Welcome to Musician Metaphysics, Episode 11. Today we're mixing it up with the extraordinary Brigett Owens, the heart and soul of Brigett and her Bandoliers, a great blues band from Kansas City. I crossed paths with Brigett back in 2019, and let me tell you, it didn't take a detective to realize she was a star in the making. Not only does she wield her voice like a sorceress of the blues, but she's also a supermom who can light up a room with her laughter and ever-present smile. We're chatting about the real stuff, music, the roller coaster of relationship, the joys and juggling acts of parenting, and those exes. And hold on, we're not just stopping there. We're also exploring the realms of meditation and religious practices. Because who says rockstars can't be seen? Expect sarcasm, heartfelt stories, and maybe a few notes that hit as deep as your last breakup. Brigett is here to prove that life, much like the blues, is a melody of highs, lows, and the art of bouncing back. So tune in, get comfortable, maybe not too comfortable if you're driving. Let's get metaphysical with the one and only Brigett Owens. Fuck up my first female guest, Brigett Owens, otherwise known as Bo, from now on.
From henceforth?
Yes. I like it. Can I call you Bo?
Sure.
All right.
Well, it reminds me of like Bo Derek or something. It seems like an 80s throwback.
Yeah, or like, I mean, I've had guy friends named Bo.
Yeah.
But, you know, you look tough. So.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, what's up?
You gotta be, right? You
Yeah.
gotta be.
Yeah.
Not much. I've been listening to some of these and I'm like, oh my God, he's going to pull me into some woo-woo.
Yeah.
Trying to avoid it.
I mean, it's called Musician Metaphysics.
I know.
You know? It was so funny because Frank, he didn't even realize, like, halfway through it.
Yeah.
And I started talking about Catholics and he's like, wait a second. We had to take a break, you know. And it was good, though. It's most popular podcast now.
Yeah.
He beat out John Paul. You got beat, John Paul, by Frank. By a wop Italian.
Oh, God.
It's Frank. He doesn't care. Oh, there might be some other Italian. No, we were talking about this too. Italians don't give a shit.
Yeah.
If you make fun of them. Like, you can appropriate them all you want. They don't care. They're tough. All right. Enough about me. So, like, I just do this just like a conversation. You know what I mean? Like, I try not to force anything. And, like, it's just like, you know, if we're sitting here, you know, in an hour and we're not really talking about anything, you know, I'm not going to, like, make you stay for 2 more hours. Or
right. Because of the hookers.
Yeah. I'm not going to make you do a Recob length episode. Yeah. Recob's got the longest one so far. Hey, we can.
Oh, my God.
Yeah, well, I got to get him back, too. He gave me the evil eye at BB's the other night. I saw that, Pat.
Why? What?
No, I don't know. I think he's mad at me about something.
Oh.
So he's never seen him get mad at anything. I have this weird thing where I get weirded out if I'm in, like, there's a lot of people, especially if it's people I care about. Like, it was at Nelson's benefit, you know, Jan's son.
Yeah,
you know. So all the cool kids are there.
Yeah.
You know, so sometimes I get weirded out.
You got a little imposter syndrome
Did
going?
I say something wrong? I have mother wounds, so I, like, have to please people.
Yeah.
You know? If like I have a respect or, like, any kind of adoration for them, it's like, oh my God, they're mad at me. Oh. That's what I do to Jack. If he doesn't return a text, he'll be like,
oh God, are you a double texter?
Are you mad at me?
Respond? Oh no, that's it.
It'll be like, you know, an hour later, but all right. Brigett Owens. Yeah. Are you from here originally?
No, but I feel like I've been here long enough to call it home. I moved here in 2001.
2001, from where?
Originally from a little town in southeast Missouri, Benton, and it's between Sikeston and Cape Girardeau.
It's middle of the state?
No. It's in the Boot Heel. So it's like, if you've been to Memphis,
oh, so
right?
that's
You've
north?
probably driven. It's on I-55.
Is the Boot Heel North Missouri?
South.
See, I don't know this shit. I mean, what about the shape of Missouri makes a boot hill?
It looks like a little boot. It's at the bottom. You wear the boots on your feet, not on your head.
I mean, Louisiana, a boot. I can see it.
Yeah.
You know, shout out to your bass player.
Yeah. That's right.
Yeah. One of these days, he's going to cook me something. Okay, anyway.
Yeah.
I just got you here so I can.
You know, he's not my full-time bass player anymore.
Well, I kind of figured.
He kind of like semi-retired, but he's playing with me on February 3rd. We're talking about Joe Fontenot, the
yes, Joe, mighty Joe.
fantastic.
Joe, like
I'm not sure if he knows this or not, but the night that I met him, I had just had like a friend of mine. Okay, I need to tell this story later because this is about you.
Okay.
Sorry. So I, as usual, I was late setting up the podcast. I didn't call her to reschedule though. This is the first day. See, I'm getting better.
Oh, you normally do?
Well, once or twice.
God, I would have been so freaked out. I've been nervous, and then you call and cancel.
Oh no, I didn't call and cancel. Brandon Miller called me, and he was in my driveway.
Oh,
and I was asleep.
Oh, God.
Yeah. But he's such a good dude, man. Dude, I suck his dick every episode, so I'll try not to this time.
Okay.
You know it is. I really am only talking to him to get to Danielle anyways. So.
Yeah.
All right. The Boot Hill.
Boot Hill. Yeah. Where are you from? How do you not know?
Colorado.
Oh.
Yeah.
Where?
Telluride. I just outside of Telluride. Yeah, I grew up working Blues and Brews and playing the jazz festival and all kinds of shit.
That's awesome. Alta Lakes is up there. Have you been to?
Yep.
Yeah.
This was one of my first camping trips.
Yeah. Yeah, it's gorgeous.
I remember like some of my first memories are Alta Lakes and church campouts and shit.
Yeah.
And then Woods Lake is another one that's right around there. That's really cool.
That's awesome.
Anyway, we'll go sometime.
Yeah. If the weather ever breaks.
Yeah.
It's like I saw somebody posted something like this is the 55th day of January. I'm like, yeah, it really is.
It's not that bad.
We should just be done with January.
Missouri is actually like very like it's a lucky place to live really because most of the time it's like 60, 70. Like 80% of the time.
Yeah.
So,
and then it's 3 weeks of
like it's like 3 months of shit. But,
of Armageddon. Yeah.
DL loves us now, so I don't mind.
Oh my God, my dog.
Yeah. You should have brought it. Is it her or
it's
him?
a her.
Yeah.
Frankie, named after my grandmother. Yeah, no way. She's such a little bastard. And she's not, she refuses to go outside whenever it's raining. There's, she just
well, that's
won't
fine if she won't shit in the house if she refuses to go outside.
Oh, no, she'll hold it. She'll just wait. She'll just wait until.
It's like Dio, he doesn't like to go out there. I mean, he will.
Yeah.
Just because he likes to play and shit.
Yeah.
Play and shit at the same time.
Yeah, whenever it was really bad a couple weeks ago, I have to pick her up.
Make sure.
She's 29 pounds. Oh, I got you. She's 29 pounds. I pick her up and have to take her outside and just dump her in the yard. 29
pounds as a pug?
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. She's a chunk.
Oh, my God. That's like almost half of his weight. Maybe a little more than half of his weight.
Yeah. But so I'm picking her up to bring her.
He definitely would have liked her then.
Oh, yeah.
He likes the.
Well, she thinks she's.
Yeah, he likes the badon,
So I'm picking her up to bring her back inside, and I was like, God damn it, why aren't you a husky? Like, it would just be so much easier. This is technically my son's dog.
That's funny.
But of course.
Yeah. How old is your son?
20.
20.
Yeah.
Mine just turned
in college.
Mine just turned 18 and graduated high school.
Oh, very nice.
Yeah, we go through, I hate you, don't ever talk to me again. Those and kind of things. But it's all right.
What's he doing now? What's he going to do?
She.
Oh, she.
Yeah,
all right.
She's actually a really amazing musician, singer. She has been doing her whole life. She was on American Idol 3 years ago.
Oh, wow. You're kidding.
No. She's
That's
awesome.
amazing.
Yeah. I have her, I'm sure you've seen this tattoo that has the feet that wraps around my arm.
Huh.
Really?
No.
Well, anyway, it's her baby feet from her birth certificate. It wraps all the way around my arm.
Oh, that's cute.
Yeah, it's got her name. She was there when I had it done, and she wanted one, and I told her, we can't do that, but when you turn 18, come get me. We'll go get it, and then we'll tell your mom. Because I don't give a fuck. Fuck your mom. I've had that woman, man. She who will not be named.
Yeah, like Voldemort.
Yes.
Yeah. I've got one of those too.
Man, it's so hard because for the entire time she was 18, I would not talk shit about her mom. I just didn't do it.
Mm-hmm.
And her mom did the complete opposite.
Oh.
Like just ran me, used her like a chess piece. And I finally told her. I told her like 2 weeks ago, I said, listen, your mother has been lying to you. Like, I waited till you were 18 to tell you this shit.
Mm-hmm.
Don't ever talk to me again. And I was like, okay, have fun being lied to. But I know for a fact I got it in there. And, I'm still not blocked, so.
Yeah.
No, it's just like
it's
it's
gonna come back.
bullshit. You shouldn't do that to a father.
Yeah.
Like I fucking went to Afghanistan. My child support, all that shit was fucking to the T, man. I sent her an iPad. She's 5 years old. I got her an engraved iPad, sent it from Kandahar. I come back and I'm all fucked up, and her mom just fucking, just the same bullshit. Anyway, I'm sorry. Struck a.
It's rough. I'm sorry.
I'll probably cut a bunch of that out, but fuck it.
Oh my God.
And because I love my kid, man.
Yeah.
Fuck.
Yeah.
Her voicemail, or my voicemail, is her when she was 2, when I graduated basic training. It's been there for 16 years.
That's so cute.
Yeah. We'll be there till she's 80, I hope. Well, if I'm still around.
Yeah. Well, of course, we're going to live.
We're going to live a lot longer.
Oh, yeah.
I'll be in a new body by then. I'll have all
exactly.
I'm giant. I already do. I don't like it.
Oh my God.
I'll probably cut that out too.
You're lying. You're going to leave it all in. I know you will.
I usually do. What?
Cut that out.
It makes it funny.
Yeah.
And, you're not talking or saying anything, so I've got to do something.
What do you want? Aren't you interviewing me?
No, we're just talking.
Well, why
you know what?
So tell me about the fact that you even got into this. I know you said
how I got into this.
Yeah.
Doing a podcast.
Yeah.
About
metaphysical.
Oh, well, I have a master's degree in theology from Liberty University, and like when I came back from Afghanistan, in order to like not kill people on the street, I needed to like be doing something that was hard, and so I got 2 degrees in 3.5 years. Yeah, 3.5, 4 years. I got finished my communications degree and then got a master's, and then I even took 1 doctorate level class, and I was like literally I decided I was going to do music, and I was going to lock myself in my studio apartment and record my first album, the Ever Stuff album.
Yeah, it's great.
And like I was, this is when I still kind of believed that I still had the dogma of, I'm not sure exactly how you believe, and I think belief is fine as long as it's not telling people you can't bake them a cake because they're gay or they got, shit like that.
Right, yeah.
But I just forgot what I was fucking saying. I did do a dab before this too. Hey, that's all right. We'll see if you're listening. What was I saying?
You're talking about how you got into theology and that you were sort of into the, you were still in your kind of dogmatic phase.
Yes. And I just, for most of my life, I was traveling around with the newsboys and like taking teenagers on mission trips. I went to Venezuela when I was 13. I was a Jesus dude. You know what I mean? Like that's what I did. It was that I did that, and then I was a total shitty Christian. Because I slept with a lot of girls and
on the trips.
Partied all.
Hopefully not on the trips.
No.
Now it's coming out that you were a child predator.
I did all that
as well.
later when I was an intern. See, this is why.
Breaking news, folks.
But
you heard it here.
No, it's what they do. They take good-looking, charismatic young men and put them on a stage when they're not ready and tell them to tell a bunch of people a bunch of shit that they don't believe. And that's what happened to me. I got used.
Yeah.
And then I got spit out, basically. I mean, it was just, I don't know why we're talking about me so much. But it's okay. As long as you want to hear it. Because sometimes I'll be editing these and I'm like, Fletcher, please shut up. Please stop talking. But I just got nervous too. I got cotton mouth, but I'll be all right.
I will take a drink. Okay. I don't think it's the nerves. I think it's the
Holy
dab.
Spirit.
It's the getting moved. If you start dancing and speaking in tongues, I am walking out. I am out of here.
Fuck, we can start right now. Should have bought a boat. Should have bought a Honda. Tie my bow tie. Right?
Oh my God.
Hey, it is what it is. I think that I know I learned a lot of stuff, when I was in it, and I really truly believed that something was speaking to me.
Yeah.
I don't believe anymore that it was Yahweh. I think Yahweh was an asshole alien.
Okay.
I mean, why else would a God of love be murdering entire civilizations and being jealous and all the things he tells them to do? He's not.
Like Old Testament shit.
Yeah, it doesn't sound like, and even if you study the Greek Jesus admonishes him in the story when he talks about what father would give his kids snakes. You know, and have you ever heard?
No.
It's in, I don't know, one of the 4 gospels. But anyway, he says basically it's which one of you would be a father and give your kid a snake? Like basically he's talking about the gift of the Spirit. Like he's not going to give you anything bad is basically what he's saying.
Mm-hmm.
But the example he uses is from an Old Testament story when Moses and the shitty fucking generation of Jews that were probably dropping bombs on babies
What?
in Gaza.
Oh my God.
We're going that far back.
I don't think there were bombs then. I mean, I'm just going to throw that
No,
out.
that was for context.
Forgot.
Yeah. Anyway, they you know this story of like the Israelites were always pissing God off because they're bitching and moaning and shit. And so one day he literally sends an entire like a gaggle of snakes, poisonous snakes, like tons of them, into the camp. Sounds like loving God. I mean, I'd do that to my kids when they disobeyed, wouldn't you?
No. You know what? This reminds me though. So my son is going to film school, right? And he was writing his college essay to start sending out, a couple of years ago. And he was talking about that the first movie, the reason why he decided that he wanted to be a filmmaker, and he was, I don't know, 5 years old, 5 or 6, and was from Prince of Egypt, the Prince of Egypt, which is
it's a great movie.
Okay. I'm like, wait, I had to go back and watch
Disney.
it. It's animated,
Yeah,
right?
It's animated.
And it's the story of Moses and all of this.
Very well done. I think it won Oscars, actually.
Really?
Mm-hmm. I think so.
Yeah. So he wrote about that. And I'm like, when did you even see this?
That's really cool.
And it was in like pre-K whenever he was.
That's pretty cool. Is he really fearless, your son?
He is, yeah.
He's probably an old soul. He's probably done all this shit before.
Yeah. He probably has.
I've got all kinds of theories I'm developing, but.
Well, it's really interesting too, because I mean, if you're thinking about, I was just listening to this podcast a couple weeks ago, and it was talking about like biology and passing down trauma.
Sure.
That goes through generations.
Yeah, your DNA can hold up to like 13 generations of information. Like it's literally Harvard peer-reviewed science now that they're going to be using DNA to store information. I mean, that's how you're going to be able to teleport places because your information is stored inside your DNA.
All right.
Yeah,
Let's see if I live long enough for that. All right.
It's already happening.
But this is, so this was, they're actually doing fetal monitors. They can monitor a fetus's brain and see, like, based on like the stress levels and the cortisol levels of the mother, if she's got socioeconomic issues or something like that, then the prefrontal cortex is growing at a slower rate in that fetus and their amygdala is larger.
Gosh, do you know?
And then when they have children later,
oh, dude,
they pass that on.
But maybe AI is going to be able to see all that, and either it's going to be able to know what to do to counteract it before
or drop a code
in the womb,
yeah,
or it's going to use it to control us all. It's one of those two.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
One of those two.
All right.
It's either going to be
hard cases make bad law here.
That's why I always, sometimes I get mad at ChatGPT and I'll cuss him out and I'll be like, "Oh man, I'm sorry, dude. I'm sorry, chat, man. You're doing an awesome job."
Do they respond? No.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
I do love it. It's been great. I love it.
Oh, dude, I couldn't do like all the. Let's see. I'm running like 8 websites, and like 6 of them I built all my own. Like I used to do front end stuff, like just the web pages and stuff. I never did all the back end. And when I started using ChatGPT like February, and I've been a Plus subscriber ever since in the enterprise. Man, it's fucking, I don't know why everybody that's in business is not using it, because it's insane. And if you know what you're like, just at half of what you're doing, you can.
It really is about the right prompts though, too. So there's
totally. 100%.
And editing. I mean, still there's some shit that gets kicked out.
And you can't just like, I've done graphic design for most of my, like, because I was always in a band or I always had, so I started out young. And my mom was in real estate, so she always had me doing her real estate flyers and shit. So I was always into that world.
Yeah.
I don't know.
What are you
where
using
that
it
was
for?
going.
Mostly marketing stuff or like coding?
Fuck, man.
'Cause
I'm
it'll write
using
code
AI to
and shit,
change the
too.
world, Brigett.
Great. Are you writing
Serious.
a new manifesto?
Oh,
That's
man.
what you should do.
Hey, dude.
It's right. It's like literally still going right now in the other
She
room,
asked
isn't
me,
it?
so I called, or no, I didn't call. Nobody calls today. I texted her.
You know
And
what?
and I
People that
forgot-
do need to have their head examined.
Yeah.
Why do people call anymore?
If somebody's calling, it's an emergency. Better
Yeah.
be.
Yeah, exactly. Don't you have thumbs?
Yeah. What was it? What was I saying?
Somebody called you or texted you.
Oh, I was
About-
texting you
Oh,
about
okay.
the podcast,
Yeah.
and you were like, "Don't you know there's a football game?" And I was like,
Yeah.
"This football game is not going to get me where I want to go."
Don't you know? Like, this is like we're going to the playoffs, man. Don't you
I could give
know?
two shits.
Don't interrupt.
I'm not used to it, but I was a Bronco fan. I was a huge Bronco fan. So,
Oh yeah.
I mean, I moved out here. I came up here in 2014, right after I got home because I was I was huffing cans of air duster, Brigett.
Okay.
Yeah, it's fucked up.
That's not great.
And yeah, I was basically out of it until 2019, until I got divorced in 2018. And I sing this song called the Dog Shit Song.
Okay.
You might have heard it,
Huh.
but there's this one verse in it that people always kind of look at me like it's weird, and I'm like, no, it's true. It starts out, and I got to my house, and my wife's parents were there, and they're packing my shit into boxes.
Oh no. She'd had enough of your shit.
Fucking, I'd just been in the hospital for 4 days, and she never came to see me.
Yikes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
In sickness and in health.
Dude, after 3, she was the third one.
Yikes. You gonna do it again?
No, not unless the first one wants to do it again.
Oh wow. Oh, that's
Yeah,
a twist.
it's the only way I'd do it. Oh, I think that's the reason why.
Were you young when you got married the first time?
It's 20. See, I was 20 when we got 21. I was 21.
That is young.
We were divorced by 23, and I was a wreck for the rest of my. Well, and then this is where Caitlin came in, and her mother, she will not be named,
Mm-hmm.
is a really good friend of mine. We met at the University of Arkansas, my freshman year at University of Arkansas.
Mhm.
I actually was singing out on the on the porch. I think I was probably singing like Bob Seger or some dumb shit like that. Well, not dumb. I love Bob Seger. Yeah, and nothing ever in college. We're just good friends, like really good friends. Like I would leave places, like hanging out with some chick to come talk to her about it, kind of thing.
Yeah.
And then when I figured out it wasn't going to work with my, like in Louisiana where I was, like, and she wanted to have the separation, and I was just like getting drunk, and like I mean, alcohol has been the bane of my life. That's why I quit 2.5 years ago. So
Good for you.
yeah, most productive 2.5 years of my life.
Yeah.
But and so I came up to Fayetteville to side houses, just money, and I had friends up there, and me and Kelly went out having fun one night, and it was one of those things, and then right before, I'm not on the pill. It's like, tell me before I come.
Whoa.
You know?
Dog's like,
Well,
Dog's like, oh no, that's my cue.
you know what I mean, though. It's like, why didn't you
Dog's
tell
like,
me that?
I've heard this before.
Yeah, he has. Why didn't you tell me that before?
Oh my God.
But you know how it is.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
I wouldn't change it for the world.
No. No.
No fucking way. Not now. No way.
Yeah.
I mean, offline, whenever we get done, I'll play some of Caitlin's stuff. It's
Oh, I'd love it.
Yeah.
How far'd she go?
phenomenal. She didn't make it she went to Hollywood, but she didn't make it on to they kept saying she was going to be on the show, but then you know how like things go long and whatever. That was her second time that she had gone.
Wow.
The first time I think she went. I don't think she went to Hollywood the first time. Second time she did. I know that for a fact because you called me and told me about it. So
That's very cool.
Yeah.
You need to
That's back
cut
when
in
we were
with like her
talking.
audition tape. You need to go find that and like cut it in right here.
We used to talk all the time, man.
Well, my son and I are really close, and he's getting ready to go to Seoul, South Korea for study abroad. And it's like 13 hours difference.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm like, oh God.
So
I'm gonna be getting phone calls
I don't know if I'd be going to
4 a.m.
South Korea right now.
I was there. I took him there for his senior trip a couple of years ago. It was fantastic.
I just mean
with the way the world is going.
Yeah.
Well, it's really interesting. So we're going to be in London for a couple of weeks. I've got to go for work. So he's coming.
Awesome.
Yeah. So he's coming with me, and then he's going to leave directly from there. And he's like, Mom, look at this fucking flight pattern. And he's like, because Russian airspace is blocked off.
Yep.
He's like, we got to go all the way. I was like, you're probably going like through Istanbul. He's like, oh yeah.
Plus they can't
We're going
fly
all
over
the way.
North Korea either. Like, And then Kim Jong-un just decided after all these years that South Korea is the enemy and they don't want to reunify ever. So that's weird.
It's very weird.
It's because all these world leaders, while we're fucking around with Israel and their bullshit, which is just bullshit. If you're the good guy, you shouldn't be killing more innocent civilians than the bad guys. Anyway, I just can't stand that shit.
Yeah.
But and then I forget what
God.
I forget what I'm gonna say. But.
Well, have you been to the DMZ? Have you ever been to?
Oh,
South
yeah,
Korea?
no, not. I haven't. Even.
It's very weird. It's very surreal. They've turned it into, and at first I was like, "This is not cool," because it's a theme park. It's a children's theme park.
What?
I'm not kidding.
On the south side or the north side?
On the south. Oh, you can't go into the north side. You think they'd let me into North Korea?
No, but I thought maybe you could see one if it was on the other side.
No, it's pretty far. I mean, you still have to look, through telescopes and stuff to even see. And then they have this huge flag, and they have a fake village. So the village that's there that you can actually see, it's like they're plastic people, like dummies and stuff that are set up out there. It's crazy. But I'm like, what in the world? And there's like this peace bridge.
It's all landmined and everything.
Yeah. And they set this up because when they originally split, families, like generations were separated from one another. So they would take their kids. They still are. So they would take their kids, who didn't really, maybe after a generation, didn't even remember or know. They would take them there to be close to, on major anniversaries or religious holidays or whatever, that they would go there. And it was something for the kids to do. So the kids would look forward to going.
Yes, that kind of
so it's like, at first I had this weird, just total disconnect and almost like, what? And then I was like, oh, that makes total sense.
I mean, it's kind of like going to the World War II museum or something too.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I don't know. Kim Jong-un, man, it's a whole nother form of crazy.
No doubt.
To tell your followers that you don't take shits, that's kind of weird.
Yeah.
Why? What purpose does that serve? I'm just wondering, man, he's so powerful, he doesn't even shit.
Yeah. Well, I mean, South Korea is we went all over. So we were in Seoul. There's a great, there's a film festival that happens in Busan. That was so we went, not during the film festival, but we went there. It's very, very cool.
So what do you do? What do you do for work? You travel like that?
Well, this was just for fun, but my day job, I run. I'm self-employed, and I've got a couple of clients that I run their online educational program and events and things like that.
Cool.
So yeah, they do a conference each year. The bigger of the two clients, and it's in London this coming October. So I'm going over there for the board of directors retreat and program committee meetings and all that stuff. Yeah.
Nice. That's cool.
Yeah, it's fun.
I like Europe a lot.
Yeah.
Germany is one of my favorite places in the entire world.
Really?
Yeah, it's beautiful.
Okay. I've been.
Reminds me of Colorado. Reminds me of home.
Yeah, I guess so.
I was stationed in Hohenfels. It's like southern Germany, mid-southern. It's like 3.5 hours from Ramstein, whatever.
Okay. Have you been? I mean, you've probably been to Frankfurt.
Du hast. What?
Yeah, I've been to Frankfurt. I've been to
Frankfurt.
Frankfurt.
I'm gonna start calling
Frankfurt. Well, my ex-husband spoke German, and my son.
So he was probably a real asshole.
Oh yeah. Yes. Yep.
There's no other language that can make you sound more like an asshole than German.
My son's godfather, even though we're not religious, but his godfather
Yeah.
is German, and he lives in Bonn, Germany,
That's
which
cool.
is like near Cologne. Which, of course,
Yeah.
if you
Uh-huh.
hear my ex-husband say it, Köln. It's not
What?
Cologne, it's Köln.
Like coon?
Like with an R. It's
Oh,
very
okay.
weird.
It's
It's
a
very
Joe word,
strange.
coon ass, right?
Oh my God.
Yeah, it's a Joe.
We're totally getting canceled. We've offended
No,
the Germans. We've offended
That's a term of endearment.
the North Koreans.
No.
They're coming for us, people.
Oh, shit. You can't cancel me, man. I learned from Dave Chappelle.
Oh my God.
I don't, that's one of the reasons I did this too, so that people don't have to worry about that. Because I think a lot of musicians, like, I know I was, like, my first couple years on the scene out here, like, I was real apolitical online. And I'm pretty passionate about shit,
Mhm.
but I was just worried that people weren't, and I just think the time that we live in, it like needs people to start saying shit.
Yeah, you're probably right.
You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like, we've lived way too long not saying what we mean and what we feel.
Don't you think there's too much talk going on though? But they're like
Just not
talking
enough.
talking at each other.
Yeah,
There's not
that's-
enough. There's not actual communication. It's
Yeah,
just shouting from a
yelling at each
platform.
other.
Right.
Right.
So I don't know that that's great.
No, but shit like this is good, and
Yeah.
like there's a lot of like this. They think this election is going to be won by a podcast. Not this one, but
Right. You've heard it here first.
yeah, you heard it
folks.
here first. Lex Friedman's my hero. So Lex, and
Who's that?
he's another podcast guy,
Okay.
like MIT guy. Lots of stuff like quantum physics and AI.
Oh,
and
nice.
stuff
Okay.
like that. You'd really like it. He
Yeah.
has some amazing guests.
Yeah.
Amazing guests, and he learned from Joe. So
Yeah.
can't really go wrong. Do you like Joe Rogan?
I mean,
I could tell when I said that.
yeah, I'm like, I don't know. I mean, I do,
What
but
is it that you don't like?
I don't know. I just feel like that he's a little bit too much of a I'm the man, know it all.
Well, he fucking
It's
is.
Oh, come on. Give me I mean,
He's the highest paid.
yeah.
I mean, but
That
he has interviewed so many guests, and he's probably has I mean, he's like a
Yeah.
workman's encyclopedia is what he's like. I look at him
Yeah.
like a blue collar encyclopedia. Anything
But I mean,
about
really,
fighting.
if you take Howard Stern though, is he really? Because
Fuck
I mean,
Howard
Howard
Stern.
Stern's been doing this way longer.
Yeah, but he's a shock critic. He's not a like I want to really get the information critic. He's a like let's say the most shocking, most outlandish thing to get the rating.
Yeah,
Joe's
I know.
not like that. He's actually having conversations about shit.
Yeah. Do you listen to what other podcasts do you listen to? Do you listen to Huberman Labs?
I used to listen to all kind. Yeah, he
Yeah.
kind of annoys me though.
He does.
Sometimes I
love
just
him.
feel like
think
he's
so
condescending
fucking
to me.
hot, too. Oh, really?
Well, I of course I masturbate to that one.
Yeah, I know. You got to. You got to. Adam Grant. That's another great podcast.
He's the guy
Malcolm
that used to
Gladwell's
do
podcast
the
is
show
good.
with the facts. Like you think you know, isn't that the Adam
Rethinking.
guy?
Yeah.
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 I like that one. I like the usually like if YouTube is on and my video keeps going along, it goes right to Lex Friedman. Like I've probably
Okay.
watched it, but that doesn't mean it's all I watch. It's just what my algorithm knows I won't change it.
It's funny that you're doing podcasts on YouTube because I'm still so like old school. I'm doing like I'm on Spotify.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah.
But like YouTube, that's where I started watching Lex Friedman and Joe and all them. So I was like, well, I want to do a
Okay.
video.
New
But
Heights.
I always
New Heights. Are you?
I don't think so.
What?
I'll check it out.
Oh.
Although
you don't watch football, so
if
so
it's
it's Jason
football,
and
I'm
Travis
not-
Kelsey's podcast.
Oh, I don't give a shit.
Oh my god, it is fantastic.
Maybe I'll watch it with you sometime.
All right.
How's that?
Yeah. I'm kind of in love with Jason Kelsey. I know everybody's like batshit over Travis, but I'm
Isn't
like,
he the guy that did the
yeah,
well,
you're damn
hulked
right.
out?
He did.
Yeah.
Yes.
And then you
Yeah.
could tell when they were filming him, he felt kind of stupid about it.
Yeah.
He's like, "Oh my god, my wife's gonna be so mad at me."
I know.
Guarantee that was
Sure
going through his head.
I know.
She's nice though. She's really nice.
Yeah.
She seems like she is.
Yeah.
You better be nice, making that.
Yeah.
I don't know. It was funny because came out here something, and Shannon was watching something about the Chiefs, and I saw Pat walk out. And I was like, God damn, man, he looks fly as fuck when he goes though. I'm not gay or anything, but nothing wrong with that either. I'm just saying.
Right.
He dresses like man, dude.
Yeah.
I've never really understood that either though. Like, why do you guys get all dressed up to go beat the shit out of each other? Like, why
It's
don't
the game day fit,
I would rather
man.
just get, you know.
I
It's
don't
just because they
I
make so much
appreciate it.
money, they got to do that to show up.
Well, I got to go. So this is going to come full circle to Joe Fontenot. So Sherry, his wife.
So I had a story about him too.
Oh, yeah. Okay. So Sherry's wife had an extra ticket for the New Year's Eve day
An extra
game.
ticket?
Yeah. Yeah. And I got to go.
I'm sorry.
There was field access. We
Oh,
were
yeah?
literally on the. I'm not kidding. I'm
That's
like,
awesome.
all right. Best
fuck
day
yeah.
of 2023 was the last day of 2023.
Every once in a while, I get good shows from Vet Ticks. I went to Guns N' Roses after.
Okay, I'm just judging you a little bit on that right
Well,
now. So
Well,
I'm
there's
gonna
a,
take a
there's a
moment
story
to,
behind
like,
it. There's a story,
think about this.
There's a story why I did that.
Okay.
Because Addie's Dave. Remember the guy I was telling you about, Dave Kelly?
Yeah.
Who just passed away.
Yeah.
It
I
was
met Dave.
literally
I
the
knew Dave.
day that she found out, and so I was like, "We got to do something fun." And
Yeah.
I had these tickets that had come through Vet Ticks, and so I pay $15. I get tickets.
Oh, nice.
Now sometimes they're good, sometimes they're not so good. These were okay, but last year I took Jack and Kathy to see Santana, and we're on the floor in the T-Mobile Center.
Wow.
$15.
No way.
Yeah.
Well, there's some benefit to
Fuck
PTSD,
yeah.
right?
Yeah. Yeah. Fuck.
There you go.
God damn. It's my back, really. It fucking pisses me off. I wish they'd fix that. I'm fixing my head on my own. It's my back they won't do shit about.
Oh no.
Oh man.
Like you need surgery?
Oh, it would be nice if they'd just give me a fucking painkiller. I mean,
Oh.
I got
You
scoliosis.
really need to avoid that.
I've got
With your
scoliosis.
addiction issues, I
Well,
might
Yeah,
steer
believe
clear
me,
of
I've
some.
gone through all the. Last summer I found out that I had been buying fentanyl, and
What?
I went to the ER and took myself off of it. I only take that shit for my back pain because my back hurts so fucking bad that like some days I can't even move, you know, and like they know, they have all the MRIs. They fucking, for years, I've been trying to show them that, like 2.5 years. I'm like, look, guys, I don't drink anymore. I've proven it to them.
Mhm.
That was their reason why, right? And then, so they've been giving me these steroid shots. And then the last ones, they're like, we don't really know where we're going to, so they hit me like 3 fucking times in the same sitting. Like, and I couldn't walk for 2 days. Really, I mean, it fucked me up. I almost sued them over it. And, so, it's another sore spot of mine. Fuck the VA, man.
Yeah.
I don't give a shit. I'm sorry if there's some of oh gosh, I'm sorry, buddy. I know your name. I'm just facing it right now. He works at the VA in the pharmacy.
Oh no. Oh
The
no.
bass player. God damn it. What's his name? Oh, he's going to be so mad at me. He watches this show too incessantly. Every time I put one of these out, I'm not going to look at my phone. I'll remember before the end of the podcast.
God.
But anyway, and they don't care. I'm the one that went in there and said, hey, I just found out these oxy that I've been buying are fentanyl. I don't want to be on fentanyl, and I don't fuck around with any of that shit anyway. It's small fucking dose. I take enough to so I can just work,
Mhm.
and then that's it. And fucking, otherwise I'd be dead. I'd be dead if I didn't do that.
Wow.
So I'm probably going to cut most of this shit out. I don't really want a bunch of people to know all that shit. There's, I have ones that matter. No, but yeah, I mean, I have to, my close friends, like, Jack and Adam, a few others, every once in a while, somebody will have an extra, fucking painkiller. They give it to me because what, man, it's just stupid. And they give you healthcare by policy, not by what's going on with you.
Mm.
I mean, it's insane. You can ask Shannon. They gave me my last MRI in March, and the doctor never called me.
Wow. Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
That's
how
not
awesome the VA
good. That's not good.
is. Yeah. So
Who else we want to piss off?
Fuck them. I don't care if we piss them off, man. Like, it's good, man. I think it's the universe just teaching me how to deal with my anger. Because, I used to be really, really angry. And I can still get really angry, but.
What about?
Oh, fuck. It didn't matter when I came home. It was anything. Just look at me wrong. I'm going to be angry.
Yeah.
Just angry. Just angry. You're, a lot of times you feel like you should be dead too, and then I've lost 8 friends, when we got home. We all made it home. Not 8. 7 people altogether. Yeah, and my best friend was the first one, and his wife blew her brains out.
Wait. Everybody made it home, but then they
started killing themselves. Yeah.
Oh, that's terrible.
I was here. Actually, I just got back up here I moved up here. Because I had gotten 3 public intoxes and 2 DUIs in Oklahoma, where I was at. Because I was just studying fucking fight, getting in fights and fucking. I just didn't care anymore. And so I came up here in September 19th. I'll never forget it, man. 3 days before that, Clint's, she blew her brains out.
Wow.
He walked in on it, and like the cops were trying to pin it on him and shit like that. 3 days later, he jumped off a cliff.
Wow. Oh my God.
Yeah. I went to jail that night. County. What is this? Johnson County. Haven't been in since.
That's good.
Yeah. That was 10 years ago.
Your recidivism rate is low.
Yeah.
Put that on your dating profile.
Yeah. Well, I mean, the guys knew what was going on. The cops, I mean, I got in this little fender bender and I took off and went to the Walmart to get liquor, because I was fucked up. Yeah. And they put me down on the ground and everything. And as soon as I got in the car, I just started bawling. And he's like, "What's going on?" And I told him the whole story. And for some reason I remember this. I don't remember a lot of that getting back to the police station in Independence, but I remember him saying, "Take it easy on him if he's one of us," because a lot of cops are vets, and shit, man. I can still hear Clint laugh sometimes, and it's cool though because now my belief systems have changed a lot, and I hear Jan talk to me all the time, all the time, man. Like, and most of the time he's calling me a pussy.
Do you tell him to shut the fuck up?
Sometimes. And whether it's the memory of them or I'm tapping into something,
who can say?
Yeah. I'm trying to learn how to say, because I think if you know what is going on, you can help other people. I mean, that's my goal, really. The whole thing is not about me. It's about somebody else out there that goes through something and maybe hear one of us say, like, how we got through it or dealt with it. Like when Hyson was on here, I was just like,
He's incredible.
And then I had to bust his balls a little bit. He came to it was Dave's memorial, and I walked over to talk to him at Nux in that little cubby there, and I was like, "You see what I was talking about, having your lips on the mic, because and he's like, "Yeah, I did." He's like, "I'll do better next time," and I was like, "Fucking A, you will." It just makes my day that I never would have thought 4 years ago walking into Billy's Jam I'd be doing this shit now.
Yeah.
Never would have thought. Saved my life. So.
That's amazing.
Enough about me.
Yeah, I don't really know about this. It seems like always trying to get to the capital T truth of things. What do you think about that? I think there's so many shades of gray.
Yeah, I think there's always going to be situations in your life where you know what's right and what's wrong.
Oh, that's a little different. Yeah.
You know what I mean? And I think as long as you live in that, I know for a fact, I know for a fact Israel is not trying to not kill civilians. I know for a fact because I was in the military and I know what that looks like. I know what it looks like. They are not doing that. That kind of thing. Some people, have to be able to stand up for that shit. I mean, isn't that was what we did? That's what I fucking, my oath was, like to protect the innocent, and that's obviously, that's what fucked me up. One time we were driving through this village, and I don't know if I've ever. I'll try to tell it. It's really not a long story. Anyway, we're driving through this village, and you just hear on the net, check over fucking 9 o'clock or whatever. I turn to look down. I'm driving my truck, and there's this fucking, like, I don't know, 4 or 5-year-old toddler with this little wheelbarrow and his dead little brother and sister inside of it.
No.
Yeah. And it's shit like that you see. That's what fucked me up. I can handle.
Yeah.
You signed up for this shit, bro. We all signed up for it. We're fighting for each other.
Yeah.
We need people. You know that it's gonna happen. It starts fucking with you when you get home and they start dying. You know what I mean? Or you get home and
you're like, what was it all for?
Yeah, because you have to have your heart disconnected over there, or you're gonna get somebody killed, or you're gonna get yourself killed.
Mm-hmm.
And then when you come home and try to plug it in, it doesn't work. Like, I'm still. It's really, I can still be pretty awkward, like I remember when me and Jack first started hanging out, I'd be like, dude, if I just disappear, don't worry about it. I had to get out of there. Like, my bullshit meter either got full and I was about to fucking
you just pull an Irish exit and you're out?
Yeah.
I thought you meant you would just like glaze over and he's gone somewhere else.
No.
It's like Seinfeld where that guy is like, here's Desperado.
Yeah, I can't wait.
He's like,
yeah, I wish I could do that while you're talking. I'll just be like, just kidding. Shit. I remember the first time I saw you, it was at the Hideout.
At the Hideout? I was thinking it was Knuckleheads at like
Hideout.
the Jam. Okay.
Yeah, you were actually leaving, I think.
Okay.
Or something like that, because you just talked to Jack. It was when I was an intern. I didn't even talk to you or anything. Because Jack was an asshole and didn't introduce me. He was probably, thought I was going to hit on you or something or do something stupid.
Probably.
Yeah, well, I did a lot of that shit
Thank you, Jack.
when I was drinking. Angela didn't like me down there very much. I did pretty good. I never fucked up at gigs.
Yeah.
I knew that, I would maintain, but I mean, I had to drink a half a pint just to get out of bed, because
Jesus.
I
Okay.
couldn't, I just couldn't. Yeah. Like, that was just my drug. That was it,
Yeah.
And I learned how to control it, but when shit happens and, alcohol is so horrible for you. And I barely made it, man. Cause if I hadn't stopped when I stopped, my liver would have, it was like right at the point where it was like, if I'd have gone more, it wouldn't have been able to, fix
Reset.
itself.
Huh.
Yeah. So, cause I was drinking like, I don't know, 5, sometimes 2 a day.
Damn.
A day. Yeah. Of like cheap vodka, like,
Ugh.
red cap. Yeah. But man, you can't tell me that there's not a better drink than a martini, a dirty martini.
Yeah.
Dirty vodka martini.
Oh man.
I'm totally fine. I don't even crave it anymore. Like, not at all. It was just.
Did you do a 12-step or what'd you do?
No, just quit.
Okay.
I mean, I've done all that stuff. I don't think any of that works unless you're ready to quit.
Yeah.
I mean, that's just my opinion. I've done what I did. I went in to detox, checked myself into detox. I was in detox for 4 days. I had to wait for a bed at the VA because they have one of the best, as far as like rehab facilities. It's one of the best in the nation, actually. And I went through that, but what happened, I went in and then right after I took my COVID test, I got sick the first night I was there. I got COVID. I had COVID. It was the second time I got it. I had taken both shots too anyway, but I won't get off on that. YouTube will censor me anyway. But, it helps. It does help. Like, I went in, like, I didn't need to do it, but I was like, I've only been sober for 3 weeks. Probably wouldn't hurt for me to go in there, do the work. It's 21 days. I can handle that. That's what I did. The rest is.
Did you do therapy and stuff whenever you were there? Have you done therapy otherwise?
Yeah, I mean, I smoked pot while I was in there.
Yeah.
I
I mean, like
literally,
talk therapy.
I literally like I ate a bunch of
You're like-
pot pills before I went in before I pissed, so
Uh-huh.
my count would be super high. So that way, the subsequent piss tests would all be going down. So
Oh my God, you gamed the system.
oh, I know exactly how to do this shit. I was in the military for 9 years. Yeah, I only failed one piss test,
Oh my
and
God.
I didn't really get in trouble either because I was honest about it. I was like, hey, I'm not going to pass this. But I was a damn good soldier.
Yeah.
I don't think anybody would tell you differently. I know my first sergeant wouldn't tell you differently, and I still talk to him. So
That's amazing.
fuck yeah, I just sent him one. I just sent him and Tanya one of these. I got
Oh,
one of these
very
for
cool.
you too.
Oh, nice.
But only if you wear it.
I'll wear it.
You got nice hair, so you ever gonna grow it out?
No, I don't think so. I get that. You know what happens? I start
We
dating
traded
somebody.
haircuts?
I start dating someone,
Yeah.
and then they're like, they're looking at like old photos of me whenever I had longer hair. And they're like, that's really, maybe you should
Probably
like
look
grow
good.
it out. And then I grow it out, and then I'm like, I hate it, and I also hate you. So you're both
Well,
gone.
cool.
I'm
This will
getting
work
a
out
cut.
great.
I'm getting a cut.
It'll only be
and
like
you are now gone.
yeah. It'll only take like 6 months, right? No, it'll take you about a year.
It takes a
Grow
while.
that out.
Mhm. It's been really long.
Well, we can get a wig. Wigs,
Yeah.
right? What kinds of?
Yeah,
I'll give you
no.
some of mine. Look at these luscious locks. My hair is long. This is the longest my hair's ever been.
Yeah.
But
But yeah, no.
I
Mm-mm.
rocked that haircut basically for most of my life.
Yeah.
High and tight.
High and tight. I know. And it's long right now.
But
I'm
you
like,
got the
oh my
80s. You got
God.
like the 80s bang in the front.
Yeah. No, the 80s bang was like huge.
Well, you know what I mean? Like the what was that band? The Cure.
Oh, yeah.
There's, yeah.
Mhm.
It looks cute. I'm not dissing on it or anything.
Thanks. You had a Fontenot story. What's your Fontenot story?
My Fontenot story is also kind of another fucked up sad one.
God dang. Okay.
Well, I got through a lot of shit before I got to you, Brigett.
All right.
But hey, that's better for you.
Yeah. Yeah. Makes for good TV.
No, the night I met Joe, like Jack came to get me out of my apartment because I had one of my friends had just killed himself, one of my army friends. I think it was only like the third or fourth one, And by this time Jack has seen me in my like Jack will be going to the grave with a lot of shit.
Okay.
He better be. No, Jack's an amazing guy. I mean, kind of guy that will come over to your house and after you've been in a like month-long depression and haven't cleaned anything or done a dish
Mhm.
and help you clean your house.
Wow.
Yeah, he's a good friend. He'll bitch about it the whole fucking time, but that's okay. Not really. So I came out there because it was a jam and Joe was playing bass. It was it was Nice Music Monday or something,
Mhm.
I think. Because it was just Joe who was out there. Or maybe he came out for the jam
Mhm.
or something. It was one of those things. Because he came to get me. It was when I was carrying around my amp and following them around. And we got to talking and he had a lot of good stuff to say to me that night. And it I walked out smiling and happy.
Yeah.
He's a really good dude.
He's great. I love
Still
him.
won't cook for me though, or ever have me over, or give me his phone number, or call me.
He's making bacon these days.
He's
Like
you can
from
tell, Joe.
scratch. From scratch making bacon.
What?
Yes.
No, so he's got crackling then too.
He's got all
Do you
the
know
stuff.
what I'm talking about?
And he also makes which I have not received yet. But
Pigskin
habanero. Yeah. What did you call him?
crackling. That's what it's called, Louisiana.
Crackling.
Tell her,
Okay.
Tell her, Joe, whenever
All right.
you see her.
All right.
I used to live down there. I used to live in Baton Rouge. It's where my first wife.
I love
from.
Louisiana.
I do too.
Yeah.
Colorado,
I love
Louisiana.
New Orleans. I would die. If I lived in New Orleans, I really would die though.
Well, you got to come out a little bit from New Orleans. New Orleans is fun to go to.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But you don't want to stay in New Orleans for too long.
No.
You hear a
Wait.
funny story?
Yeah.
So when I was in my first marriage, me and my dad have always had a tumultuous relationship, and him and his wife were coming down to visit, and so they like wanted to go to the French Quarter, go New
Mhm.
Orleans and stuff, and it just happened to be the weekend that Southern and Grambling were playing in the Superdome. You know, it's like the 2 black colleges. I think they're the only 2 black colleges in Louisiana, but it's a big thing. What's it called? It's called something. I can't believe I'm forgetting it. There's a title for it, but it's a big deal, you know.
I feel like you don't fact check these episodes either, so we'll never know.
Well,
Somebody needs to
feel
Google
free.
it.
Yeah, you guys. I'll change. I'll put little community notes. There's a comment section there. Please like, subscribe. Tell me I'm wrong. I don't care.
I gotta go this way so I can see.
But I know sometimes it gets a little in your. It's okay. You can. It's like looking. It'll help you be a better marksman.
Yeah. I'm all right with a rifle.
Are you?
You all right?
I'm pretty damn good. Yeah.
I bet. Yeah.
I don't.
Oh God. Okay.
That night he told me a bunch of shit, and because I just started talking.
Yeah.
And Adam was there. Adam's another guy, man. Like, and it was at the hideout too. It happened because there's always vets that'll come into the hideout, you know. And I used to have my patches on my jacket and shit. And so somebody will come up and be like, "Oh my God, what's that?" You know, and some guy was talking to me, and it was just something got said, and I just like started tearing up, and you know, I know this guy from Adam, and he just like put his, you know, when you're a vet, you know, and he's just like, "Hey, it's all right, you know." And so I was like, okay. And when shit like comes on like that, it hasn't in a long time. I just have to like find like a task, and if I can stay on that task, I'll be okay. I'm not gonna like break down or start yelling or breaking shit or anything,
right?
But Adam, you know, he could tell. He was like, "What's going on?" So he's like, "Fletch, what's wrong, man?" And I was just like, I finally got it out that I was, you know, what was going on. It was just military shit, and he just like literally like just.
Yeah.
Just gave me this big hug, and he's like, "Don't you ever fucking feel bad about that?" You know, just a lot of good shit, man. I really got lucky. The universe really helped me out when I moved here.
It's such a great community of musicians.
Yes,
and really fantastic music every fucking night of the week if you want to go out. I mean, I lost my mind whenever I went to Boston, so I had the band, the original band, the OG band. With Joe.
Was it the
Brigett
same name?
Bandoliers, same thing. Yeah, Brigett or Bandoliers.
Very original.
Yeah. Which I did not name also. It's so nobody can first of all, no one can spell my name. This was Russ. I blame Russ Shanky for this.
Bridget.
No, already wrong. Right? So what do you
Brigget?
No.
I'm just fucking with you, Bridget.
No.
Brigget.
T. Two T's.
2 T's?
Yeah. Because the first one's not enough.
I guess.
Anyway.
Bridget.
So my son graduated.
It's the delay.
It is the delay. So my son graduated, and you know, only kid, and
oh, really, only kid?
Yeah.
So he's definitely going to film school.
Yeah, he's definitely doing whatever the fuck he wants. Of course.
I wanted to go to Full Sail. Anyway.
Oh God. So anyway, I'm like, you know, I've been divorced for like 7 years. Kid's gone. I'm like,
how long were you married?
40 years, 40, what was I, 41 years old, 42 years old. I was married for 12 years.
It's a long time.
It's a long time.
It's a long time.
Together 17 years.
How long of that marriage, like were you like, this is cool, I'm into it, and how long was it like, I got to do this for my son? You know what I mean? You know.
I know what you mean. Oh God. You know what? I don't regret. Same thing about like regret. There's no point in regretting things.
Can't change it.
Looking back now, I mean, I met him when I was 19 years old. He was my philosophy professor.
Really?
Yeah.
So it's too bad I'm
now
not 60.
I'm like, when my son was 19, I'm like, if he came home with a 33-year-old woman,
good for him.
No, I would be like, this is predatory.
No, he's gonna know. He's gonna know predatory when he's not got a lady that knows what she's doing. Because if she's,
well, that's true. You know what? I wouldn't be surprised.
I liked the older women. That was my thing.
But anyway, to answer your question, to answer your question, I had a really fucking fun time. I had a really good time. I really did. It wasn't all great, but I mean, we traveled. We had fun together.
Are you still friends? Do you guys still talk?
No.
Right.
He is now Voldemort to me. There's a lot of shit that went down.
See, I
think probably We maybe 4 years, the last 4 years.
Yeah.
Were
Still a long time
just-
to not be happy.
It's a long time to not be happy.
And I think it's bullshit too anyway, the whole thing that staying together for the kid, like kids are not dumb. They know
No.
you're not happy together, and a lot of times they blame themselves instead of blaming you two fucks. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like I just think it like
I was
would-
6 months old when my parents got divorced, but they were
Right.
children.
I was 19. Like they had been married for
Wow.
19 years when my parents got
Wow.
divorced. Yeah.
Wow.
It was weird.
That is weird.
Well, they were all Bible thumping Christians,
Yeah.
but dad, did shit. It was just, it wasn't. And
Well,
then-
there's nothing to fight about then. If you're 19 years old, right? There's no child support
Oh,
anymore.
they had
There's no
they
fighting.
had the biggest, most craziest divorce in the whole county.
No.
It lasted like 5 years.
No.
Yeah.
Why? See, I think I had the fastest divorce in Kansas history.
Yeah, I did too. I went.
It was like-
notary.
The minimum waiting period that you had to do, and it was like, that's done.
Yeah.
Take it all. You can have it all.
Yeah. She
I'm
wanted to-
taking my fucking freedom,
She wanted to give me a
and that is
hug.
priceless.
I'm like, fuck out here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's
Now,
good.
I'm
You
a
know-
man. I don't ever get shit. Men don't get shit when you get divorced. It's like a rule, isn't it?
No. Mm-mm. He got the house.
I mean, should have told me.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, he bought me. He paid me my half of the equity.
Yeah.
But no one.
I never fight it. Plus, the first two marriages, or the last two marriages, fuck, I was ready anyway. Fuck that.
Yeah.
Done. When I got home from Afghanistan. Been gone 9 months. I walk in the door. The first thing she says to me, "Don't go in the garage." Right. I just bought this house before I left.
Mhm.
Big 2-car garage.
Yeah.
Master bed, master bathroom.
Yeah.
2 other bedrooms and bathroom. She had not taken the trash out for 9 months.
Shut
Stacked
up. Wait, what?
Yeah.
No.
Stacked it in the fucking garage.
I would have moved right then. I would have been like, this is over.
I wanted to fucking break her neck. I didn't really even say anything. I just grabbed my bottle and shit and went and started playing video games and got drunk.
No way.
Yeah. She also had told
What?
me that she was working for like 3 months at this gas station right down the road from our house, and so I'd been home for like a day or two, and I was wondering why every time I needed to go to the store, she'd be like, "Oh, I'll run down there. There's something I gotta run down there for." Never was like that ever before. She was one of those like, "Go to Taco Bell for me and get me hot sauce," and then if you came back with mild, you were like the worst fucking man that ever walked the earth. She's one of those kind of people. And
Yuck.
yeah, it was, man, Top's wife couldn't stand her. She liked her a lot before. Top is like the first sergeant, like
Oh, got
boss
it. Okay.
sergeant. Yeah, I still call him Top to this day. And they were out having beers and dinner in the beginning, and by the end of it, she was like, "I can't fucking stand that bitch."
Mhm.
My dog, when I came home, I thought he was gonna have a heart attack. Like he was just like, "Don't ever
Leave me with this woman.
bitch."
What was
Yeah.
she doing?
This is my Rottweiler named Rambo. He's
Good God. Don't go in the garage. Was she like a hoarder for other things
no,
too?
she's just lazy.
Come
Just a
on.
lazy bitch. I'm sorry.
Ugh.
I don't know how else to describe her. She may have changed. Oh, actually, you know what? She's married to my cousin. So
Wait, what?
yeah, yeah.
Oh my God. Let's get into family dynamics.
Yeah.
This is fun.
I'm my own grandpa.
Oh my God. That's
Yeah.
insane.
I mean, she doesn't have heart in her body. I don't think it's made of fucking. I don't know what it's made of.
So your so your parents, you were 19 whenever they got divorced.
Mhm.
Then did they remarry?
Mm-mm.
Oh, they still
Oh
have
yeah,
it?
yeah. They both
They
remarried.
Okay.
My mom's still married to the guy that she married,
Mhm.
and I love him. He's a great dude. And Dad's still married to the gal that he married.
So whenever you look back and you're like, okay, 3 divorces, does it ever, where do you think it?
It's from the first one because if Jessica called me tomorrow and said, "Hey, let's try this again," I'd fucking say, "Where am I going? Let's figure this out."
Hmm.
Yeah, and I've tried to like not that song "Birthday." It's
Mhm.
about her. I wrote that.
Wow.
I wrote that 20 years ago, and I recorded it to release it to like release
Yeah.
it. But I don't know. It's not something I can. It's not something I
Do you
can
think
turn
that
off.
you're, is it like the nostalgia though of those times that you're trying to get back? Because I'm sure after this long, she's a very different person. You're a different person.
She's not. I stalk her.
God.
No,
All right.
I don't really stalk her. But I see pictures of her every once in a while because I'm still friends with her brothers, and
Yeah.
you know, she's still gorgeous, and she's Italian, Louisiana Italian.
Mm-hmm.
She still is using my last name too for 20 years.
Wow.
It's got to say something, right?
I know. Shoot your shot, man.
Hey,
What are you waiting for?
I'm waiting to make sure I'm gonna blow a big load.
Oh my God. Did you save all the raunchy shit for having the first female
Yeah,
guest?
well, it's not as
I feel
fun
like
with
you
a
did.
dude.
'Cause they look at you like, bro, I can't imagine my
No,
son
I'm
dealing with this
sure
shit.
I'm kind of flirting with you. I'm sure. Wouldn't say.
Oh
I
my
wouldn't put it
God.
past me.
I would never, I don't think there is one, I would never get back to, well, first of all, I would absolutely never get back together with my ex-husband, but I don't think there's a ex, like when I'm done, I'm done.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What's your sign?
I'm a Libra.
Yeah.
Yeah. What are you?
Pisces.
Pisces.
Yeah.
Okay.
I just did my birth chart last night.
Really?
Yeah, man, I'm a bad motherfucker.
Yeah. What are you? I'm a Sag.
You're a vag?
Oh. Sagittarius rising and moon sign. So I'm double Sag, Libra.
Yeah,
So I am a Libra, but I look like a Sag.
You look like a vag.
What'd you do it on?
I have a GPT that does there. Do you have Chat GPT?
Mm-hmm, yeah.
You know how they have the GPT store now, like where you can go and like. I have my own GPT too. It's called Fletch Lives GPT.
Oh, nice.
It'll help you. Well, it'll help you write like me.
Uh-huh.
So people will know it's me. But it's still not done. Like I can't do what I want. I'm trying to upload like 15 years of Facebook posts and
What?
Yeah, because I want it to help me write a book. Like I'm
Okay.
writing a book.
About your life?
Yeah, about my life and other shit.
Okay.
Like spiritual type shit. Like
Okay.
the end of religion type thing.
Mm-hmm.
Like I wrote an essay on it today actually, or yesterday actually. It's called the end of the hold on a second. I'm gonna fuck up my own title.
Mm-hmm.
Because I don't like a lot of people you can tell like that just use the AI. Like they're like, hey, write me a blog post about pizza. And then you just get this
Bullshit.
right. Yeah. And it's all you can always tell like if there's words like tapestry and I mean sometimes you use tapestry, but and like it's just I'm too prideful to let an AI write all my shit.
Right.
But I am not too prideful at all to make it help me write better. And holy fuck, man, everything that I've done has gotten better since I started using it. Like my art, my everything. The only thing I don't really use it for is recording. Now, the Isotope Suite does have AI. I mean, it's what a lot of the studios use, but it's not like, hey, here's the song, make it. It wouldn't be me.
I agree. Yeah.
But I'm sure that is going to be an instrument for somebody. Just like,
Well, yeah, like the Screenwriters Guild going on strike.
Right.
Because of,
Well, they're off now.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's the same thing. And like, I was watching something on Reacher. Have you watched the second season of Reacher?
I haven't watched the first season.
One?
No.
The first season's fucking great.
Okay.
The second season? Couldn't get through the first 20 minutes of the
Really?
episode. Because they had some fucking AI writing it probably. It was probably during the strike. Because it is the shittiest, laziest writing I've ever seen in my life, Amazon.
Okay, what's your death of religion? You were looking it up.
Oh,
your title.
Sorry. See, I have ADD type
I can
thing
see
to,
that.
Yeah. Oh,
I think
no,
it's kind
no.
of cool.
No, I've just been doing, I do the World Astrology Report on YouTube. These guys are really, really good. Like they had a really good deal for this year. 2024 is going to be crazy. Like throughout history, when Mercury in retrograde, or no, Pluto in whatever it is right now, the French Revolution, the fucking American Revolution, like all kinds of revolutions throughout history, not just like there's lots of crazy shit that happens. I don't think the U.S. is going to be around for very much longer. Not as it is now. Like in 20 years, it is going to be a completely different thing. It's too corrupt. It's gotten too corrupt, and you can't, like, it's just like a law of the universe.
Yeah.
I mean, corruption, by the time, you know, like it's been going for so long now, and like the bureaucracy is so big. And I mean, who the fuck is Hunter Thompson that he's not going to go to you know what I mean? Just shit like that. It's like, is this the mafia? I thought this was America. You know what I mean? Like,
don't you think there's always been corrupt? I mean,
but not like this. Like, Congress is blatantly betting on the stock market. I mean, they just busted Nancy Pelosi doing it. How is that right? I mean, how do you go to Congress, not a millionaire, and leave a multimillionaire? It's called taking fucking money from the lobby. It's wrong. Money should not be
you know
involved.
what? I never thought that I would live to see the day that Roe v. Wade would be overturned, and look at where we are now. So,
well,
I mean, I don't know. Anything is fucking possible.
Yeah, anything is. And as long as you live in a sane state, it's probably better, because as long as Roe v. Wade is not there, they can't.
Or you have access to transportation.
Yeah, they can't make it
and it won't be
federal
criminalized.
thing. Yeah.
Yeah.
But just shit like that is stupid, and that's like the end.
Oh, you're looking for the title still?
No, I know.
Well, let me tell you this too. I was just thinking.
I know where it is.
I always, when people get fired up about, things are going to change the world, everything's always going to hell in a handbasket, right?
Well,
there's this Patrick Droney song that's really great, and it's called "End of the World," and it's like basically it's always been bad. There's always been a flood.
Yeah, it has.
It's always been the best there ever was.
Yeah, and it's always
It's
Jesus is always coming back.
It's always been bad. Yeah, where is he?
Jesus was coming back like 2,000 years ago. They all thought he was coming back.
Y2K.
Yeah.
Remember Y2K?
Oh yeah.
Nothing happened.
I think I have a shirt that says, "Are you ready, Y2K?" Yeah.
Be like, okay. And like, all of
redefining faith, the evolution beyond Abrahamic traditions. So,
redefining. Okay.
Well, I'll show it to you later.
Yeah.
But I was using Medium. Like, I have a bunch of stuff on Medium that I write. I started writing it. I used to have this blog called The Stout Heart, but it was like a motivational, like, Christian blog type thing. I had like 2,000 subscribers and shit. And this was when I was doing all my writing and for my master's degree and stuff like that. And I like writing. I'm pretty damn good at it, and if I care about what I'm writing about. If I don't care, I can give a shit. But I mean, I'm just like, this is kind of a new thing for me in the last year and a half, that I can even be like, talking like this and, talking about shit that has happened, like I cry more than I do anything now. Like, I don't know what's going on. I think that's part of the planets too. Like, it's a very emotional time, because like, I don't know, like things just, I keep getting like, this might sound so fucking.
We're 3 weeks into this year. It feels like we've been like 9 months into this year, and it has fucking sucked.
Really?
I have to say, yes.
Oh,
like, it is definitely, it's been a rough one.
Well,
so
that sucks.
I feel like if you're telling me we've got more of this to come.
Oh, well, yeah, I think there's
I'm gonna
a
need to like
more.
do some ayahuasca or something. I don't know.
I trip all the time. I literally
have to
microdose.
go into the woods and get away from humans for a while.
We can trip.
God.
No, I don't think it's like a awakening thing. Like, I don't think that there's a lot of people that are not paying attention at all to what's going on. Like, they're just, you know, and I don't understand that. I think they're either NPCs, they're either soulless NPCs,
What's that? What's
non-playable character,
NPC?
or
My
they're
son would know that.
or they're just like, you know, so they're such new souls that they think the only thing that matters is money and power. You know what I mean? Seems like that's a very new soul thing that you would think if you're a brand new soul or whatever that, yeah.
So what do you have faith in? Because it seems like you don't have a lot of faith in humanity. See, I think I have
a
more
ton of
faith in humanity than I
humanity.
have in like the idea that there is this capital G God,
Oh,
capital
no,
T
I
truth.
don't
You know what I
believe in
mean?
a capital G God.
No.
I believe there is something. I mean, there has to be. It's just, I've had too many experiences for it not to be. Like, you know, but it's definitely not Yahweh. I mean, my entire life, that's who I prayed to. You know, I was never, for some reason, I think just because I have dad issues, it's like praying to Jesus was like praying to my brother. And I'm like, fuck you, man. I'm talking to this guy. You know, so that's what I did. And then
what time period in the world, like,
right up until I quit drinking, really, I was still believed in God like that.
but how old are you?
I'm 44.
Okay, we're the same age.
Yeah.
So it's that same, like,
Well, I thought you were older than me.
fuck. That's it. I'm out.
That means talking shit's my love language.
I feel like I need to be cryogenically frozen right now and like brought back to this future that you're now envisioning.
Oh, you'll be all right. You'll be all right.
No, but okay. So we grew up in the era of like all the satanic panic and all of that shit.
My parents, like, I had to listen to all Christian music. I couldn't listen to anything secular. Like,
well, I went back. So, you know, my parents were divorced when I was 6 months old. And my dad never went to church, you know.
the dads are always the cool ones.
Yeah, he was awesome. And we
After
lived
divorces.
on my on the farm, like on my grandma's farm, and right next to her. And then my great grandmother lived across the street, blacktop. It wasn't even blacktop then; it was like fucking gravel or something. But anyway,
still have the farm?
no. After she passed away, they sold it. My grandfather was a really horrible drunk. Vodka was his passion. So whenever they went and started cleaning out all the buildings, outbuildings and barns, all the bottles that were just hidden everywhere. That's crazy.
Yeah, man.
But anyway, then my mother disappeared for a couple of years, like after they got divorced.
Like just like went around and see the world? Or?
Nah, just left. Just
Oh.
You got daddy issues, I got mommy issues.
Okay, gotcha.
Nah, just left. I don't know what she was doing.
That sucks.
Who she was doing. A lot of things. A lot. Let's just say that. She was doing a lot. Anyway, and then I think this was her third marriage. The guy that she was married to, they got really into this like First Assembly of God Pentecostal church.
Oh, that's the Christian mafia.
It was
Straight
insane.
up.
It was insane. And they had children together. So I have no full siblings. I have half siblings on both sides, right?
Gotcha.
And they were little. I mean, the closest one in age is 9 years younger than me. So
that's fun though.
They got
bigger.
So here I've been like growing up, you know, basically with these strong females in my life, you know, next door to my grandmother, I called her mama, and across the street from my great grandmother. And then I'm now with my mother and this new husband, and like I cannot wear shorts that are like a finger length below. Oh yeah. Couldn't cut my hair, and it was like, this was junior high. Couldn't cut my hair. So it was like really long. That's why I won't grow my hair. Maybe I just had an epiphany.
See?
That's
what
why
this is for.
I don't grow my hair out. That's it.
You were Pentecostal holiness if you were doing that, right? Like you had denim skirts, like you had to have the denim down to your ankle.
No, not the denim, but still. Oh God, no!
I know it's so hard to get up.
So hard to lift that up. The tube.
Fucking.
Oh my God.
No,
but it's so insane because the same people. I mean, it was so. I mean, this is probably the reason why I have such an issue with organized religion of any kind, because it is incredibly controlling and unfair to women.
Yeah.
Like it is used as a weapon to control women's bodies, their minds, their voices.
And men's,
and I'm not
too.
for it.
It's there to control men's too. I mean, that's the whole reason it's here, to control people. Period. That's it.
Control behavior.
Yeah. I mean, I'm not going to tell you that there's no redeeming value in a collection of books. Like the Bible is not one singular book. It's like a bunch of books that were put together over time, and then a bunch of guys got together 400 years after,
and then voted on
Jesus, and then like, oh, we should probably take this shit out. Let's put this one
there.
in.
Yeah.
Council of Nicaea is the first time, and then they had to do it again. And what happens? It happens.
Everything I know about that is from the Da Vinci Code, so
Well,
I can't hang with you on that.
You got it. That's all you need to know.
Thank you, Tom Hanks.
I mean, all that shit is like, that's when, and it's a cycle. It happens to all religions. Like, if I went out and started a religion today, and in 100 years, it would be an institution somewhere. You know what I mean? If I did it right, if I followed after L. Ron Hubbard, you got
that cult leader hair going on.
Oh, believe me, I've thought about it.
I mean,
the first time I preached a sermon, I preached 45 minutes in it. Church in Chicago, and I walked out of there with $600.
Holy shit.
Yeah, I was like, now I know why they do it.
Good Lord.
Yeah.
You ever feel like that's going to come back to haunt
And that's
you?
nothing.
That karma?
And that's nothing.
I wouldn't want
There's
that.
no bad karma. They gave it to me. I didn't tell them anything I didn't
For
believe.
running around and preaching about something that you didn't, but you believed in it
I believed
at the time.
it then. Yeah, I thought I was.
What was the turning point where you didn't anymore?
I mean, I wasn't. I
did.
wasn't doing anything crazy. I was preaching about like having purpose in your life, and like,
okay,
like my favorite. I had this one sermon that I.
Okay, we got to find the audition tape for American Idol. We got to find one of your old sermons.
I'm sure there's somewhere. I'm sure somebody listening has one. I was in this thing called the Fellowship of the Burning Hearts. It was like this second-year program.
Like the Fellowship of the Rings? Okay.
Kind of thing,
okay.
Where like, I was just, it was, I thought my whole entire life was all planned out. I knew exactly what was going to happen, right? After Teen Mania, I met Jessica there, right? We went down, I moved into her house with her mom and dad. Her dad's a pastor, right? They have a church.
Mm-hmm.
Brother's the associate pastor. I ended up being the youth pastor and then the worship leader. And while I'm working at the Buckle as a team leader,
The Buckle.
Yeah.
Like a
and
throwback.
during that whole period, another Andrews brothers chime in. But two of my good friends from down there, Louisiana, I worked with the younger brother, Josh, and I was really good at selling lucky jeans to older women. Like, not old, but, like,
Mm-hmm.
and like you,
Fuck you. Oh my God.
I was just younger. I was just a lot younger. But so I would I'd sell like $2,200 or something worth of jeans to women.
Buckle's like commissioned?
And he'd make me.
There's like commission sales back then? All right.
Yeah.
Okay.
He made me a MILF King award. It's the MILF King. Remember that, Josh? You probably still have that
Oh my
frame
God.
for me. Yeah.
Oh my God.
And yeah, I mean, they'd give me so much shit because our manager, I think it's probably cool I could say this now. They're not gonna watch this anyway. Dion, he's a cool dude. He smoked pot, so, and I had smoked pot because I grew up in Telluride, 16 years old, I was smoking pot.
Yeah.
And why did I would feel so guilty about smoking a joint. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
When actually that was probably the way better thing for me to be doing instead of drinking.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And the church will be like, oh, it's all right to have a few beers. For me, I'm not ever going to have a few beers. I mean, maybe I will, one or two times, the first two times. After that, it'll be shots for everybody. That's the way I drink. You know what I mean? I spend $600-700.
Like it's your job.
Yeah. Fuck yeah, man. I'll make.
We're putting in a full 8, taking a couple of breaks.
I'm going to walk out of here with a roster of friends. I do it all the time.
God.
And it's just fun. But a lot of it is just me. I'm not wanting to please people, that's one of the hardest things to get over as a musician.
I think as a human, I mean, that's really, it's very,
especially if you got. I mean, it comes from trauma wounds with your parents. I think that's what it comes from.
And I think like maybe also like higher levels of empathy,
Sure.
you know, because I don't think, I mean, there is no way that my son is a people pleaser. He only exists to please himself. And I fucking
It might
wish
seem that way.
No, I'm serious.
He wants to make movies, and movies are for other people.
Yeah, but he wants to make his only his. And I even told him, I was like, you know, you're really going to have to figure out how to work with other humans.
Has he
because
made
you're
any
gonna
movies yet?
Yeah, well, he's made, yeah. He's made some short films. Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah.
Well, fuck, I'd like to meet him because it's literally like I was the guy that made I made movies. I made a Hey Ya music video one time when I was bored. You know, I built like these little platform in my toilet so I could put my camera in there and like lift it up and I, you know, come in. I put it in the fridge, in the oven, you know.
God, he used to do like stop
dude.
animation with Lego dudes.
Awesome.
Like when he was
yeah,
really
dude,
little.
I did that shit when I was little too. It's fun. I literally was going
and
to
he's
go
a really
to
good
Full Sail.
writer, so he wants to write it,
There you
direct
go.
it, act in it, the whole
Dude,
thing.
and
He's like, I'm going to
He
be a
does not
triple
need to go
threat.
to film school. You know why? Because probably in less
he
than
does.
a year, I'll be able to make a feature film myself.
Yeah.
All by my fucking self. Writing it, scripting it, fucking doing all the camera shots, lining it, all of it. And then AI will make it. And it's going to be just as good as a fucking holiday, like some Hollywood movie.
It's pretty scary though. Like whenever you look at like these deep fakes,
Mhm.
that is insane, right?
Yeah, but you can tell. If you know what you're
Now
looking
you
for,
can. Give it a few years.
Oh, well. I'd like to
It
think
is
I
insane.
can always spot fake shit. I got a good nose for fake shit.
Okay, but let's think about the general public who you
No,
so
yeah,
generously
I was trained
think
by the
of.
army to look for
You
fake
think
shit.
of them so fondly. The general public that's out there spouting their beliefs on the interwebs.
Yeah,
You
no.
think they're going to know the difference?
No.
Are they going to be able to spot it?
No,
I don't
I
either.
liked your use of interwebs. Woo! You watch that guy? Is that where you got that from? Was that Gas Monkey?
Mm-mm.
No.
I don't know that.
I've been told I look like that guy. Maybe when I had short hair. You know,
Yeah.
the guy that fucking Gas Monkey Garage in Texas?
I don't know that.
It's a show.
Okay.
You just sounded like you're from Alabama.
I've been like super into, well, I know. Take me back. That's the Southeast Missouri.
That's cute.
It's the Swamp East coming out. No, I've been really into Fargo. Have you watched season
I
5
thought
of
you were going
Fargo?
to say something totally different.
Oh, what do you think I was going to say? Because it might be more interesting.
Flagellants. Some kind of flagellants.
No, Fargo with John Hamm, season 5.
Great movie.
Fucking-
Oh, you're talking about the TV show.
Yeah,
I haven't
yeah.
seen it yet.
it's really good.
Man, I haven't been able to really watch TV. I don't know. I'm just in this like creative, like if it's there, I have to do it. You know what I
Mhm.
mean? Like, because I'm one of those people, like, I won't force it. Like, I won't sit down and be like,
I'm going to write
I'm
a
gonna
song
write a song
today.
right now.
Right.
Every time I try, I mean, I might
Does it
get-
come to you like fully formed? It comes to me like fully formed.
Yeah, usually. Sometimes, I mean, I've been working on this song, Maintain. That's that one that I showed for a
Mhm.
year. I recorded
Really?
that initial scratch was done a year ago at Weights and Measures.
Mm-hmm.
And then I was lots of shit was coming and I was like, had different releases set up, but I thought like, man, the world needs this song right now, but they need it even more now. So like, you know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
not that they need it, you know what I'm saying? It's just
Yeah.
it fits, you know? So, and I always, every song I'm working on, it's always the one that's gonna, you know what I mean? It's always the one that's gonna take off, you know?
Yeah, that's going to blow up.
Shit,
Yeah.
man, I'm fucking happy, dude. I'd be doing it anyway, and you know, I don't fucking put my music on Spotify to make money. I put it on there because it gets listened to in Iran. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Like that, like 3 people have listened to my shit in Iran. It's like, what
That's
the fuck? Don't
amazing,
get
though.
shot, you know? Like, I love you, but
Oh, God.
that's why I do it, man. There's no way. I mean, it's awesome. Like every day I look at my phone and somebody in like Germany or Sweden or Brazil is listening to one of my songs. And like, that would never happen if I didn't do that shit, you know? what I
Yeah.
mean? So I crave like influence. That's what I crave.
You're still that preacher on the stage then, aren't you?
I want to make so much money I can give it away every day. And then while I'm giving it away, I want to make sure people know that they can make it and that life's worth living and that you're
Mhm.
loved and that you're worthy of love and that there's no, it doesn't matter what anybody says to you, that if it's shit, it's shit and don't listen to it.
Yeah.
Because I've been through some horrible shit where I didn't think I've held a gun to my head so many fucking times I can't even tell you.
Wow.
Yeah. I mean, there were times my mom was in the way and she wouldn't let, like shit, crazy shit. And, the fucking air duster thing, I'm lucky to be alive. I mean, we started huffing it over there, because you can't drink or anything. And you get Listerine bottles, in the mail full of whiskey or whatever, We bought, me and Brewer bought some Afghan fucking hash or black tar hash. We're on base at Kandahar for Christmas, and Brewer's no longer here anymore, but he was our white trash sergeant, is what we called him. Like, nobody knew how he made sergeant. Like, he was such a great dude, though. He was skinny little white guy, but he could rap like nobody. Like, he could rap like a motherfucker.
Yeah.
He was with the guy that, like top of any, you just say, who is this little white boy? And then he just starts spitting. You'd be like, all right, dude. It was really cool. And he gets some hash, and it's me and Christy. I can't remember who else. I think it was just me and Christy and Brewer. And we had a can. We're smoking Afghan tar. I hope Top isn't listening to this. And so I just locked all the doors, and like nobody's fucking leaving. Like, I took one hit and I was so fucking high. I mean, we hadn't been high in almost a year.
Yeah.
Yeah. I like it. We did not leave for a while.
Do you think that you had, I'm just thinking, like, based on trauma that we kind of started out talking about, trauma wounds and things like that. Do you think that you lived a little more reckless because of it once you were out on your own?
Oh, fuck yeah. I didn't give a shit, man.
Right.
Yeah, I was way reckless. I was the guy that, oh, they won't do it, I will.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean?
Right.
I'll walk up to the biggest guy in
Here,
the
hold
bar.
my beer.
Oh, yeah, I'll walk up to the biggest guy in the bar and tell him his shirtlet's gay.
Great.
That was me.
Fantastic.
Yeah. Hey, Josh, that's another Andrew story. Like, that's when my first wife and I split up. We went out to what was that place called? Famous place. I know it's still there too in Baton Rouge. Anyway, this club, like, and Josh is like, all right, Fletch, we're not fighting tonight, okay? We're not doing any of that shit. First bar we walk into, that's literally what I did. I found the biggest guy in there, walked right up to him. This is before the Army. I've always been crazy. I mean, I grew up in a
the Army might have saved you then.
Yeah,
a little bit.
Probably did. I'm
fucked you
sure
up, but
it did.
still.
That's one thing that my dad did teach me that I have used and does work. It's like, if they're bigger than you or you think you might lose, you just act like you're the craziest son of a bitch that ever
I thought you were gonna say move fast.
No. I mean, stand your ground. Just act like you're gonna.
A friend of mine always says, she's like, Bridge, if you're gonna be dumb, you gotta be tough. So I'm like, oh man.
That's true. That's true.
If you're gonna be dumb, you gotta be tough.
Well, and the fact of the matter is, you're not that dumb because you were smart enough to know before you walked in there.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You're just stupid. That's different than dumb.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, or reckless.
Yeah.
Reckless or something.
Yeah.
See, I think
I was
the
in
opposite
Afghanistan
way.
too.
Yeah. You were reckless in Afghanistan?
Oh fuck. I knew I wasn't gonna die. I just knew I wasn't gonna die.
Really?
I don't know how else to explain it. I wasn't worried about it. Even when a fucking mortar went right over my fucking head, I was sitting outside the talk. I mean, literally right over me.
Wow.
I just sat there. Fuck, man. If it's
Like,
gonna hit
bring
me,
it.
if it's gonna hit me, man, what am I gonna do?
Bring it on.
Yeah. I'm not gonna. It's like, it's funny, you first get there and you hear like rocket attack and everybody's running for the, end of the thing. I'm taking a shit. If it hits this, fuck it. I'm going out.
Going out doing what I love.
I'm done.
Jesus. Oh my God. It's so funny though, because I think I went the opposite way, and I wasn't reckless. I was like super responsible, and it became,
And you had
So I kind of-
little siblings too. Maybe that might have done.
Well, yeah,
made you
because I was
think
kind of
like that.
raising them.
Yeah,
Yeah,
a little mom.
being the yeah.
How old are
So
they
I
now?
think well, I don't know. They're
Oh, you don't see them?
no, no. It's very odd. There's a very
Yeah, my
it's too much for this.
My family's crazy.
It's just a lot. I've had a lot of therapy for it, though. I'll tell you that. But
Well, great.
yeah,
I like girls with lots of therapy.
I like the psychos with papers.
Yeah. Hang them next to my degrees in there, man.
Oh my god. Hey, you know what? It all makes for really good material.
Yeah, it does. I mean, I'm one of these people that like, and I'm sure you probably are too. Like, we do this thing at the Blues Jam, the Brewtop Blues Jam every Tuesday, at 8:00.
Plug it. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I'll have shit flash
Mhm.
everything, applause and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna put the other on the forehead. I'm just kidding. I would never do that. So, damn it, I had a point that I was gonna say. I'm having a lot of fun. doing this stuff.
Brewtop. Something about Brewtop.
Oh, yeah. So it was something about Brewtop.
You said I think that you're kind of like me,
Oh yeah.
and
Well,
then you
I
said
just-
something about Brewtop,
like the,
and then
the
it like
second song we do. I've been doing this opener jump off jam for like 20 years, so
Mhm.
I always do that one and jam loosen up, and so we do this jammer in G, and I just make up the words every week. I do that all the time. A lot of times, like I do what's the Grateful Dead song? Fire in it. Fire on the Mountain.
oh
I
yeah,
do that song.
Yeah.
I know the first verse perfectly.
Mhm.
The rest of them, not so much. So I'll just make up the rest of the song. Nobody will ever know.
No.
Like maybe one, like Shelly, one of Shannon's friends, she would laugh, come with. I
Yeah.
know that that's not in there, or something.
Mhm.
But yeah, I'll just make it up.
Yeah. Yeah. I
Sometimes
think
it's fun too. I mean, sometimes I'll sing songs about people in the bar and they'll not even know it.
no way.
Yeah, you bet. I've also had like crazy, weird, like I'll get chills and like start singing something that's really meaningful and not know where it is and never sing it again. And I just think that it's probably for somebody in the bar.
Really?
Yeah.
Like you're the conduit through which
Just like,
the messages come.
I used to do it in church. Same kind
Yeah.
of thing. I think you're still tapping into the same stuff, like
Mhm.
all the spirit feel. That's where I was raised in, tongue talking, holy rolling,
Mhm.
bullshit shooting, gossiping. Gossip, that's like the worst sin of the church. Anyway. How can you give a fuck about somebody if all you do is talk shit about them? I think that's in the Bible somewhere. I don't know.
Yeah.
But I think that because I like my entire life, my parents would take me to these places, like these big church events, and it would not matter like where we were. I'd always get called out. Like they'd always want me to come up front. And they'd always like everybody, all these weird people always be laying their hands. You know what I mean? And when you're young like that, you don't really know what the hell's going on. Telling you like
Scary.
God's got this huge, call in your life. All this shit that I was supposed to do, like that I had been told for basically until I told my mom to stop fucking saying it to me.
Mm-hmm. Are they still in the church?
Oh, my mom's, yeah. I mean,
She
she's
is.
Zionist all the way.
Wow.
I mean, I still tell her that every time I talk to her, the Bible wasn't written to you, Mom.
She think you're going to hell.
Yeah. Oh, she
She's like,
literally
I'm praying
told
for
me.
your soul,
She
son.
literally told me, get ready to be destroyed. It's like, thanks, Mom. Loving, I can't wait for that loving God to destroy me. It just makes no sense.
Yeah.
It takes a long time to get out of it, and because it's so ingrained, and there's so
brainwashing.
much guilt and there's
There's-
so much shame. Yes,
Yeah.
and you're indoctrinated, and the ironic
It operates on guilt and shame.
Oh,
That's really what it does.
completely 100%.
Yeah.
The whole theology, like if you want to read what, like I think about it, so I don't go off on a big long thing, but like it's Augustine who came up with the original sin. Like when you're born, you have sin on you.
Mm-hmm.
Fuck you, dude. Like what? That's like the worst theology of all time. That's what you want to tell people when they come out. Like How about, hey, God loves you. You got to have a great life. He wants you to do all these cool things, not you're covered in sin and you're not worthy to.
Yeah.
It's retarded. It doesn't make any sense. And none of that is what Jesus did. None of it. He didn't do any of that shit. The only people he yelled at were Pharisees and Sadducees, which were the religious leaders of his day. And they hung him for it, supposedly.
Okay. All right.
Well, I've been reading this watching this documentary and reading this material called Creating Christ, where these scholars basically make a really good case that the Roman Emperor Titus invented the story of Jesus.
Okay.
I mean, Jesus pays his taxes. Jesus tells them to listen to their masters, right? Tells them, Paul is very slaves obey your masters, right? The people in leadership were put there by God. Doesn't that sound kind of like it maybe might have been written by a leader?
Yeah, political leader. Seems about right.
Now I do 100% believe in a Christ like consciousness, and that there's this, like,
what does that mean to you?
like Buddha, like the Buddha, or like I believe there's people that, have reached enlightenment or whatever, become, I think there's all kinds of different ways to get there, but all
Do you
of it,
meditate or what's the,
yeah, totally. It
I
takes
can't get myself,
self-reflection.
oh my God, I don't know. I get so, I mean, even doing yoga, like Shavasana at the end where you're just fucking laying there.
You should chant.
Oh, I should chant. That's what I should do.
No, it's really,
I can't do it. I start getting like
You can.
fucking itchy.
You can do it.
Like I can't.
You can
Yeah,
do it.
I can't just lay there and relax.
Probably
I'm
the
way
reason
too
why you
tight.
can't is because you keep telling yourself you can't.
No, I just really, I'm laying there starting to feel like spiders crawling up my spine.
I'm a super
when
like,
can we get out of here? I got shit to do.
I'm in a super like,
Oh,
I'm just positive. I got mad at Adam the other night because I was like, dude, can we be positive about? He's like, nobody's gonna listen to this.
you asking that must have been really bad because.
Well, I mean, positive like about what's going on.
Yeah,
you know
yeah,
what I mean?
yeah.
Like, at a gig, it's you want to have your guys being a good,
Yeah.
This is great, man. We're playing music. It's fun. Nobody's gonna. These people don't like the blues. Whatever.
Oh yeah.
I'm giving him a little more shit than I love Adam.
Mhm.
My first real gig was Adam and Jack were my
Really?
yeah. Like I've
Aw.
been spoiled.
You
ever
are
since.
so spoiled. Yeah. Yeah.
But man. I followed them around like a little puppy dog for 2 years.
Yeah.
I went to the school of Levittown. That's what I tell.
Yeah.
So I told Jack. I even made a blog post called "The School of Levittown."
I love that.
Yeah. Except for
Yeah.
Brandon Hudspeth, man. Fuck that guy. He's such an asshole. I don't know what his deal is.
Give it up with the suspenders already.
I know. What is this,
Shut
man?
up. No.
Ah,
No, we love him too.
yeah.
Yeah.
He's great.
But yeah, so listen to this. So Miles and I, my son, we went to this like Thai massage place. It's on 39th Street, and it's like it's like all
you
of
went
these
to a
like
Thai massage place.
yeah, not like the happy ending Thai massage place, like a
Pretty cool,
legit
Mom.
one.
You guys go to the
A
strip club
legit-
after that?
Yeah, we did. Then we got some ammo,
Awesome.
drove around with beers cracked open.
Fuck yeah. Shop
No.
signs.
I am a cool mom, but not that cool. No, but so we go. I mean, they're like stretching, they're on your back. I got this tiny little Asian woman that is brutalizing me. We're laying side by side. We're fully clothed, right? Miles and I.
I was picturing
And-
you guys naked.
No, Jesus Christ. Okay. So,
Not you
I've
and
got-
your son, you and the little Asian woman.
oh no. She's like 70 years old too.
It's okay.
And she is like knees in my ass. She is on top of me, knees in my ass, and pulling my arms back, right? And I'm like,
Oh, man.
oh my God, I am fucking gonna die. And I'm like, she lets me go, and I like drop, of course. And I feel like I'm dropping. And I'm like, what in the hell? My kid's asleep. I hear him snoring. He
You
told
must
me
have got the
he-
intense version.
yeah. No, and also just our brains are so different. Like he was telling me that he's working right now while he's home from school, right? He's working at Woodside. And so he
Woodside.
goes health club,
Okay.
tennis club, whatever, gym. So he's checking people in at the front desk.
They play
he
tennis
gets
there?
yeah, he plays tennis and he's
Okay.
really he's like, Mom, I forgot
plays
how bad
tennis?
I forgot how bad I was. But anyway, so they've got these like little meditation rooms, and he's like, I was telling people because they had an open house tour And he was like selling people on stuff. And he's like, yeah, I was telling them that like I use these every single time. And he's like, you know what's funny though? He's like, I came in here and I was like, what do you use them for? He's like, mirror selfies, make phone calls. And he's like, but I have done some yoga. And I was like, it might be good for like meditation or something. He's like, oh yeah. He's like, I've done my meditation app in here too. He's like, but the problem with that is I always fall asleep. And I'm like, oh,
That's okay. Like,
but his brain is totally different. Mine just must be, in my mind, I've
What do you
got
do to
like
relax?
a little fucking
what relaxes you?
I don't really know. I mean, definitely cooking, like
Yeah.
something that's a long,
Well, I mean, like,
drawn out process. Like if I get real hyped up, like if I, you know,
oh, well, it won't
doing
last
like
that long, honey. Huh?
yeah.
Like, I won't smoke most of the day.
Mm-hmm.
For a long time, I used it. I mean, it's better than the handful of pills that they give you in the VA, like, because you don't feel shit.
Mm-hmm.
Like, you know, I was on all kinds of shit. I mean, listen, if you guys read my file, you would think I'm fucking like, because I was.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I still am. Like, it's not like you don't. There's no fucking cure for PTSD. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But I think there really is. I think that the cure is you. You're the cure.
Mm-hmm.
You know, like I'm every day I'm like trying to get my DNA to activate. You know.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Well, who makes something with 98% junk DNA?
Yeah.
I mean, I'm pretty sure this is all kind of planned. It's not junk. I think like past civilizations, why we can't figure out how they moved shit, it's because they were moving it with their fucking mind and their voices.
Oh my God, come on.
Seriously.
Come on.
It's actual
I don't
science
believe
now,
that.
Bridget.
What are
It's
you talking
science.
about? It's science.
There's science that
Talk to the
that
scientists,
can
the people that-
literally like can like detect your brain having influence over something, like moving electrons, changing wave functions. Like, why does when I shoot a photon into 3 slits,
Mm-hmm.
why do I get a bar? And when I shoot it into 1, why do I get a wave? And then when I go look at it to like mark it, it changes back. How fucking weird is that?
That is weird.
Literally changes back. I mean, it's crazy shit. It's been a problem in physics for a very long time. The observer, if you just Google the observer in physics, there's all kinds of shit you can read about it. I am stupid in physics. I don't know shit.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, when like, have you seen Oppenheimer? It's
Yes.
called Oppenheimer.
Yeah. No, I've seen it. Yeah.
Fucking great.
It's
man.
really good. Yeah.
You know, and I was sitting there. It was so beautiful to me. I was like, is that really how he figured out particle physics?
Mm-hmm.
Drinking whiskey and throwing the glasses at the wall. No, but it makes so much sense
Yeah.
because I've done shit like that. Like I've been like leaning over my guitar, like scraping the fucking strings with my pick.
Mm-hmm.
Just like, why am I not getting this? And then something will come. You know, that's just
Mhm.
weird.
Yeah.
Or This Wasted Life. I don't know if you've ever heard that song. That was a song that I literally sat down. And usually this is how it happens. Like I'll just feel it. Like, man, I need to write. I'm about to write something. Like I need to write something. And usually there's something going on
In
you
your
know,
life.
It's a catharsis
Yeah, it
type
is.
thing. Yeah.
Yeah, for sure.
And I played this song out, and I initially went to grab my electric, and I literally like heard my like, no, you need to grab the acoustic. Did this song, and by the end of it, I'm bawling. And this is when I was living that Robbie dude I was telling you about. He come around the corner of the door, and he's crying. He's like, "What was that?"
Oh, wow.
And I was like, "I don't know. I just wrote it." You know. If like music is powerful shit.
It really is.
Music is one of the things that can literally change a fucking world. Like
Yeah.
literally. When you're at a concert, like this is why when you go to a charismatic church and they're singing worship songs are all written in certain keys to
Elicit, yeah.
Yes. Great word.
Mm-hmm.
Illicit. That's a good band name. How about Illicit Brigett? The illicit Brigett and her illicits.
I think like all Indigo Girl songs are like written in that same way, right?
Yeah. Just you know, There's a gal that has a channel on YouTube, and she does these things where she goes around. I'll send it to you.
Okay.
And she did this one all about Christian worship and like how they write it. It's they're writing it to make money.
Mm-hmm.
There's like literally no thought that goes into it. It's a fucking jingle to these motherfuckers. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And the only reason I'm talking like that about this is because I was a worship leader.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Like I used to like fantasize about, you know, I'm going to lead all these people to you, God, or whatever, you know. It's just such a fucking outlandish, crazy thing to believe. And then while you're believing that, you're saying to somebody else in this giant universe that we can't even fucking fathom, we're the only ones and there's no aliens. You know what I mean? I can believe all this shit, but you can't believe that. You know, that's where you know it's fucked up and wrong, and it was for controlling people. If your religion teaches you that there is only one way to do something, it's absolutely fucking wrong. Because just creation will prove that wrong. That there's creation finds millions of ways to fucking evolve, to make itself, to, you know what I mean? Like there's been literally millions of species that have lived on this planet and are dead.
Right.
Never to come back again.
Right.
But life still found a way, you know?
Right.
Fucking
We've been here for like a minute and a half.
200,000 years.
We've been here for a minute and a half in terms of the entire
if you believe the Bible, we've only been here for 6. The other 194,000 years, God didn't give a fuck about the people on earth. He just said, fuck them until certain time. He let the Neanderthals rape them and eat them.
Right. Well, no, but to your point, let's get to the
loving
music.
God.
To the music part of this.
Yeah. Well, that's what it does. It's emotional, and I love it. I've had very awesome spiritual experiences in worship services, like just being in them. And I think it's because there is an ethereal whatever. They're learning it in technology now. I mean, literally, you're thinking shit, and it's happening on a screen. You know what I mean? Like all of the material science that we've been stuck in for so long because of religion, right? It had to be material science because we're a Christian nation. This is why the douchebag Joe Biden is so okay with Israel fucking killing 30 or 20,000 fucking civilians, half of them kids. And if you want to say something about the numbers, Israel is using their numbers now. You can look it up since you're keyboard ninja, and I'm sure you will anyway.
Who are you talking to? The people.
Yeah, well, I get people that say weird shit to me,
Yeah.
But I always handle it. It's fun.
Have you done like sound bath kind of thing? Have you ever done something like that?
Sound bath? Oh yeah, sure. I've done the bowls. Frequencies are really, really good, man.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like, I used to, matter of fact, when I was a worship leader, me and my brother we had giant subs underneath the stage, and we'd go in there to like pray and stuff, and we'd lay on the stage and turn the subs up.
God, sickos.
No.
Hey,
it wasn't like we were laying it on, or like
I've sat on Joe. I've sat on Joe Fino's amp.
You know what? I've seen.
I'll get as close as I can to that.
I've seen that movie. Howard Stern.
You know, Derek's playing with us now.
I love Derek.
I do too.
Actually, he's a fucking pussy. Derek can't hang out past midnight.
That's not from you. That's from Jan, right? That was a direct message from Jan.
He can't hang out past midnight, so he can't. No, he knows I love him.
Yeah.
You know that the picture of him floating around, of him playing the bass, the one that's his profile picture.
Oh yeah.
I took that.
Oh, you did?
Yeah. Well, when he was healed, not healed, you know what I mean? When he was ready to play, I went to his first gig back with
nice
over there. Well, I was close.
Yeah.
No, dude, he's a badass bass player. I
badass.
was trying to get him to be the alternate, but like I said, he's old and can't hang.
He's playing a lot. He's
the
playing
veteran with the horrible back is hanging, but Derek can't. You know.
Yeah.
I don't know what's wrong with him.
Yeah. He's playing a lot with the uproot.
I know.
Yeah.
He knows I'm messing with him. Like I was worried. Like I was like, man, I know I can be a little intense. I hope I didn't do anything to,
Yeah.
not
Yeah.
Derek doesn't care.
But now, so I wanted to say, so because whenever I first was trying to avoid having to have any of these metaphysical conversations with you, I sent you that text and I'm like, did you watch the movie? No, you didn't. Oh my God. So
I didn't even think about it.
never thought about it again.
It's not
Great.
you. It's just
it's not you. It's
I
me.
just been moving on. If I don't write it down or tell Siri to tell me,
Yeah.
I'll tell you. I'll watch it with you. You can watch it after
Well,
the podcast.
because I'm like, this is the reason. I think this is the reason. So we're talking about. I told him that he should watch The Color Purple. I was talking to somebody else and saying it was a great movie. It's a remake, the new Color Purple, which is a remake of the original plus the Broadway version, and it's real music heavy, and it's great. It's fantastic.
Okay, somebody said it was horrible.
Well, all right, fine. Don't ever watch it then. Anyway, my point is that I was thinking whenever I said don't. I was telling this person, you don't need to go back and watch the first one. This one's like way less slit your wrist and more like hopeful beauty.
And doesn't
I was
have
like,
Whoopi Goldberg peeing or Oprah peeing.
Yeah, no. But I'm like, wait, listen. But I'm like,
is that scene in there?
No.
In the new one?
No.
They took the pee scene out?
I took the pee scene out.
It's my favorite scene, man. I used to whack off to that as a teen. How?
Anyway.
Me in my Jet magazine.
The point is, I'm like, that is the... Stay with me. Okay, we're almost there.
I have a strong affinity for black women.
I'm landing this plane. I'm landing it. No, so so I said less slit your wrist. This one's less slit your wrist, more hopeful beauty. And I'm like, you know what? That's what the blues is to me. It's like this hopeful, beautiful, even this, I mean, the songs, even when they're not, it still has this like feeling that keep going, keep striving. There is something more. And I feel like that maybe it attracts the type of people that blues attracts are like neat, like when you're ready for the lesson, the teacher appears kind of thing.
Yeah.
That's the reason why you find
when
it.
You're ready. Yeah.
Yeah.
I think one thing about the blues though, is the motherfuckers don't practice.
What? We do.
Dude,
we got rehearsal.
I'm
going to tell you what Joe Fontenot said though. You don't practice. You practice at home. You rehearse together.
That's what I mean. They won't. Yeah. They don't rehearse.
No.
Blues. It's like you go play some jazz. There's 2-3 rehearsals.
Yeah. We've got a rehearsal.
Go play the blues
Saturday.
We got
a rehearsal in a couple days. Yeah. For our February 3rd show. Yeah.
No, it's.
Yeah.
I'm telling you, the universe does all that shit to me because I needed it.
Yeah.
Like basically that's all it is. It's so that I will not be stressed out when I go to the show and start thinking, man, is he going to know this part when I go to it? Because
right.
I hate feeling like when it's my shit, I very rarely get upset with people.
Yeah.
But like if I've given you the music weeks ahead of time, if I've told you exactly what it's going to be, and like first time you don't get it, it's cool. Second time, or third time, I'm like,
yeah,
Frank, God damn it,
yeah, yeah.
No,
I
but,
hear you.
I think to me, I have to stop playing if I get like that because there's no point. It's like music is my therapy. If I'm more angry and angst up, and I have to just try to put that out of my mind, or it fucks me up. And I got my back too, so. Hopefully, usually I take Kratom. I try to use Kratom as much as I can. That's why I started sitting at all my shows. That tore me up, dude.
Yeah.
And then I finally had to go through this whole thing, but it was all teaching me a lesson. Like, I don't need to I can put on a just as good, if not better show sitting down as I can fucking standing up. But I got a badass chair now that it's badass. Nice. And like I'll try. Oh, see, you should have got on me. I'll try to stand up, like as much as I can. And if I can just lean on it, and it's black. So if the stage is black, it looks like I'm like Chuck Berry in it. You can't even see it. I don't know. Music's supposed to be fun.
It is.
Just and I know it's serious. Like when Nick gave me the opportunity to open for him at the record bar, like I took it very fucking seriously.
Yeah.
Fuck, man. I think it shows in the playing. Like that record came out fairly good for just a handheld recorder, and you know, I can work some magic. I'm no Gandalf like Dwayne down there at Weights and Measures. Dude, he's awesome. Very reasonable too.
Yeah, I take it really seriously too. I mean, you know, whenever they asked me to do the Women in Blues show, I took that very fucking seriously.
That was really awesome. But you've always been like that. Like in my mind, when I think about you, ever since I've known you, you've always been in that. You know, I mean, I'm looking down on you now.
You thought I really had my shit together? Fooled you.
No, I thought you were cool as shit. You're always laughing. Every time I saw you, you're laughing. Hey, those are the people I want to meet.
You can choose to see your life as a comedy or a tragedy.
Yeah.
And
sometimes
I choose
it's
comedy.
Both.
Yeah. It's tragic.
Yeah, you know. And Jack, Jack always said good shit about you.
Yeah, I love him.
Yeah. He's pretty much my best friend. Don't tell him that though.
God. Do you need to text him right now? He probably hasn't heard from you in a while.
No, he's on vacation. I had been sending him texts this week, and I was like, dude, are you mad at me, man? I can read the exact text.
Oh my God. This is so cringe. You're gonna get the ick right
I was
now,
Jack's intern
people.
for a good year. That's the joke. I'm mad as hell, you fucking fuck. That's what he told me back. I had sent like 7, 8, 9 messages without a response. What?
You are a psychopath. Stop. You cannot. Were they like back to back to back?
No.
Or it'd be like a couple hours?
No.
He's busy.
Days.
He's busy.
No, I understand.
Okay.
That. I understand
He's busy.
But sometimes
he'll get to you.
I have to send those texts sometimes because if I don't send them, they'll be gone. I'll forget to send it. Like I literally send texts in my head that I never sent. And you're like, didn't I text you that?
I sent that to you.
I know I texted you, and then I'll look and be like, oh, fucking didn't.
Yeah.
And a lot of that's because of the weed, and a lot of that's because I hit my head a few times. I got concussed so bad I lost the hearing in my right ear for 3 months.
Wow.
Yeah. I thought I was scared I was gonna not hear out of it, and I managed to keep it hidden for most of it. Because I was still in. If they'd have known that, they would have. I was getting ready to go to Afghanistan. It wasn't like it happened in Afghanistan. I was drunk and being stupid and fighting, and concussed myself.
Yourself?
Well, in the process of concussing others, I myself was concussed.
What were you doing? Bending over to brush your teeth again?
No, I got jumped out in front of what's that? It used to be that bar right there on the corner of Independence where you were going down the square. Not Joe's. There's another one.
God, I have
a real shitty one right on the corner is like glass. I just remember some punk guy being in there, and I was fucking in the army. I was getting ready to leave. I was all fucking juiced up, man. I didn't give a fuck. And I must have pissed him off or hit on his girlfriend or did something, And when I went outside, 3 of them were going to, try to jump me. And I just whipped out if you're going to jump me, I'm going to pull out a knife. So, you can go ahead, but one of you is going to be stabbed. Unless I'm really drunk, and that only happened one time. And it has never happened since, man. That was the time I was in the hospital for 4 days, 5 days.
Men, right?
Well, shit, dude.
It's
fucking crazy, man.
I've never been in a fight. I've never broken a bone, even.
Jack told me that one day. I was like, are you fucking serious? I've been in a fight every day of my life. That's what I felt like.
Against yourself.
Well, shit, man. You grow up in a cowboy town, hick town outside of Telluride. You're in a fight every day. You're playing football. You're fighting in the locker rooms. You're wrestling. It's just part of the shit.
I think it happens a lot less these days.
Well, that's why we got a bunch of pussies rolling around. We got a bunch of kids that think it's cool to pull guns on people,
Well, that's true. Yeah. The flip side of that is school shootings. I mean, we got to touch on that. We haven't done that one yet. Let's take that.
It's not the gun's fault. It's the parents' fault. It all starts in the home, man. You can't blame it on the kid, man. If you want to start blaming shit on kids, we're going to have to start changing laws.
Should also lock up the guns. Well, though.
No, sure, but I mean, have you ever tried to
If they're
control
guns-
a teenager?
Yeah, I had one. Yeah.
So I mean, sometimes
He was easy. He
I
was the
wasn't. I
easiest
mean,
kid.
I had a quarter pound of weed in my closet.
Good God.
My dad found it. I was like, dude, if you get rid of that, I'm gonna get. I made up a total story.
Mm-hmm.
It was my weed. I was selling it, but I told him it was somebody else's. If I didn't get it to him, I was fucked, and I was like, all this money and total bullshit. As soon as we got up there, I just ditched him.
Oh
Yeah.
God.
I mean, I had no respect for them at that point in time. By that time, I literally was sick of it. Like, he didn't let me play football my freshman year. I had just got done winning. I think we won state that year in 8th grade. Like, we were undefeated in middle school football. But we were all small towns. Like, that's what we looked forward to.
Why couldn't you play? What happened?
I didn't do the
He didn't want you
dishes.
to. Oh, I thought like he didn't want you to get hurt or something.
No.
This was like a punishment. You're
Yeah.
out for the entire season
Yeah.
because of one.
Even like my coach.
Good
begged him.
Lord.
My coach.
I bet he loved the ex-wife that left 9 months of trash. 9 months of trash in the garage. God bless.
Yeah. So, I am also at the point in my life where I don't do bullshit. Like, as soon as I see it in somebody and I can catch it very quickly, I know I'm not going to stay away from that person.
Yeah.
'Cause
Yeah.
I just don't have time for that shit.
Or changing someone. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh,
It's
no.
terrible.
Yeah. You
Yeah.
can't do that.
You
If
can't.
if you don't want to be with the person that
I've banged my head against the rocks on that one a
Yeah.
lot.
Good luck.
Most of my life.
It's
Yeah.
toxic. That's all it is.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's
Do you feel like that you've let it go, like you've forgiven, or you still kind of carry stuff around, or what? Or is your Christ consciousness allowing you to
I
forgive
mean, believe me, I process all this shit.
Yeah.
I ate 7 grams of mushrooms last week
Okay.
at once.
That'll process. Yeah.
No, I mean, like, I really like do this shit with a purpose. Like,
Right.
one time I kind of hurt Shannon's feelings because like I was doing this thing and it was kind of like I felt like she was just wanted to party, and I was like, listen, I'm not fucking partying right now. Like, I'm like asking the deluge to lay the fuck off.
Mhm.
You know what I mean? Kind of thing. It's like just energies that you have to change in your life. If you wake up every morning and the first thing you do is complain and bitch about the roof that you have over your head or whatever it is, your body's going to respond to that.
Yeah.
Your chemicals in your brain are going to respond to that. And you're going to the shit that they say about manifesting and making your own shit. I'm not talking about the dumbasses that are telling you, listen, you can, manifest a Ferrari, just fucking, just, I'm talking about manifesting shit by, being positive, being fucking
Open.
yeah. Being consistent.
Mhm.
That's one that, doing one thing that is really good in the Bible is let your yes be yes and your no be no. That's what Jesus said. Nothing, and especially if you're a musician, if you tell somebody you're going to do a gig,
that's such good
you do the
advice for a
fucking gig.
codependent. Like, hang on, I might need to fucking put that on a hand towel. Let's embroider that.
And
Let your yes be yes and your no be no.
I don't
All right.
do the passive aggressive bullshit either. If you're gonna walk off and scrape your nails against the wall, I'm gonna go, hey, what the fuck is the problem? You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
I'm not gonna do that shit. I'm gonna listen to you bash the dishes around while you do them in the kitchen. You know what I mean?
God.
Because you're mad at me.
my
It's
God.
just like, screw it.
No.
My last wife, I came up the stairs and she was reading a book that was like, what to do when your husband isn't listening to God, or some dumb shit like that, And I was just like,
Wait, how long have you been divorced?
from her,
Yeah.
2018, 2017. April of
So
2018.
you were still in this kind of religiosity.
Oh yeah, Ever
stuff.
Stuff is a therapy album. That was me. Most of that album is about her.
Interesting. I can't.
The-
For
you
some
know,
reason,
like-
I thought it would have been like younger days kind of
No,
thing.
that
So
was-
you're still kind of
I've
you're still in your
recorded-
like
There-
deprogramming from the freaking Scientologist mode or something
Oh,
right now.
I'm like, I don't know. I'll tell you some shit offline. I'm not ready
Okay.
to really like say to the world, but
Mhm.
My birthday is on the 17th, and
Oh,
guess where I'm
nice.
playing it?
Where?
Knuckleheads. It's my third annual
Fantastic.
birthday bash. You should come.
Oh, definitely.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
always have friends too. You should
Yeah,
do some
I'm in.
songs.
Yeah, for sure.
Hang out afterwards too.
Nice. Very fun. Okay.
I like having female guests better than male
Look, you
guests.
need to have more of them. I told you. That book that I got from Mary, 100 Years of Blues, 2.5 pages of women.
I know.
That's it.
Well,
You
know,
need more ladies.
but
There's a lot of
sometimes
us out there.
There are. So there's something.
Yeah.
But sometimes there are certain people.
Are you coughing to cover up a word? Or are you about to get canceled?
No.
Don't you go crazy?
Oh, I'm not going to. It takes balls to get on the stage, no matter what you do.
Yeah.
But at least progress. Try. After 5 years, you shouldn't sound the same if you're working.
Yeah.
You shouldn't be shake weighting the microphone and cutting off people's solos. It's a jam, but still,
Yeah.
it's not your rock show.
Yeah. Yep.
Never stop the fucking song. Just keep going. It's a jam.
Yeah. Never stop the song.
Had to plug that. I just had to get that in there.
All right. We better
Have a
go.
good one.